Meowdy gays and ghouls, did you know that deers like to lay on the corpses of their fellow deer because it is warm and pleasant to them? Anyway, speaking of deer, I'm gonna be finishing a piece with a deer. Maybe not quite as morbid as that, but it is a pretty slasher-themed commission. Did I know that it's Tibby? It's spelled Thibby. I'm saying Thibby. It feels weird at this point. I've known him so long, like a few years, but I've been saying Thibby this whole time and he hasn't been correcting me. Anyway, I turned my mic up a little bit in OBS because I realized, listening back to me in other people's streams, I am very loud. But however, through my streams, I'm not that loud. Like, not very loud to the point where it's upsetting, but loud to the point where you can hear me better. And for some reason, I am incredibly quiet. Not incredibly quiet on my streams, but I'm a lot quieter than my friends in Discord calls. Never thought I was loud. No, I'm not loud on my streams. On other people's streams, the balancing, like, I sound way louder on their streams, and I'm like, what is the deal? OBS is, like, stifling my voice or something through my streams. So I turned myself up just a notch. So if I am too loud on my stream today, let me know. If I'm just right, also let me know. Also, hey Scully, Tumulus, Janie, Q, Cotton. Damn, everybody's here. OBS is very weird. It is very strange. It says 3 people are here, but there's clearly way more than 3 people here. Twitch is strange. Twitch is also really strange. Oh man. Okay, hang on. Let me turn the thing on real quick. There we go. Let me turn this off. I'm running my Pomodoro thingy, mabob, to record things. Valen, hello. But let me go over what we're working on today. Let's go over that. So here's the deer I was talking about. Let me open this there. There we go. Here's the deer. The deer I was talking about. This is for Silas, SlySylas on Twitter. And oh dear. Okay, but this, I'm hoping to finish this during stream. It's pretty close to being done. I just need to do some shading, and I want to do some really cool, like, rim lighting and stuff because of that fire. Funny enough you say that, Cotton. One time a deer jumped in front of my car, and I said out loud, "Oh dear!" and it cracked me up. Because I was only, like, pointing out, oh, there's a deer, but then I realized I was saying, oh dear. Anyway, stupid, bad joke. Anyway, so this is one thing I'm gonna try to finish during stream. And then I crashed and died, and I am a ghost now. So this is one thing, and I would like to get some line art done for this. As you can probably tell, there's something going on here. It is censored. I'm not going to be line arting that part in the stream because it's too spicy, and I don't want to get banned on Twitch. I will do the top of this. But I won't go further than this area. You know. Anyway. But before we do that, I want to work more on these because these stickers are going out on Saturday for patrons. Specifically the merch tier patrons. So if you would like stickers every 15th of the month that are sent out to patrons. Wow, that was really good English. Let me try that again. If you would like monthly sticker packs sent to you straight to your door, you want more stickers than you know what to do with? Sign up for the merch tier on Patreon. ! Patreon in the chat. You can do that, and you can also get all the benefits of all the lower tiers underneath that. Plus, the best part, you're supporting me for a small fee every month. How cool is that? If you like my stuff, that is a great way to support me and tell me, hey, I really love your work. Keep on going. That's how you do it. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be doing this as a little warm-up. Actually, let me turn this on so it buzzes when I need to move on. There we go. Ugh. Okay. Things are gonna sound weird for a second. I'm gonna move my mic just a little bit. Oh my god. Just hold on. It's in a weird, awkward position. Okay, there we go. The immersion was broken for just a moment. Just a moment. Okay. Let's do this. Anybody have any fun and exciting plans for October or Halloween in general? Do we have exciting plan? I don't so far, except playing some spooky games. Does dental work count as exciting? No. I'm so sorry, Cotton. I am there with I'm with you in spirit. I will give you strength. Going to eat candy and get sick? Aw, that doesn't sound fun either. The eating candy part sounds okay. Long-awaited sequel to my favorite strategy game. That sounds fun, Tumulus. Social thing over the Halloween weekend. Con staff crew thing for Confuzzled. Oh! Oh! That sounds awesome. Meowdy, Jordan. I made like separate, I started to make like separate stream playlists for like different moods. I don't know. I don't know what I thought this mood was. Kinda Trace, thank you for the follow. But I was like, yeah, autumn. I don't know how Tiny Tiger has anything to do with autumn, but I just felt it in my soul and I was like, okay. I'm making this too detailed. I'm going a little too hard. Cat stream alert, yeah. Yeah! Albin, hello! Halloween itself had the bad manners to be on a school day Monday, so probably just doing a little tea party thing for the kids with my sister-in-law who is as Halloween obsessed as I am. Oh my god. I don't necessarily miss trick-or-treating too much, but I kind of miss taking my younger sibling out to trick-or-treat. I think that's fun. Like, taking, like, kids out to go trick-or-treating, that's always fun. Plus, it gives you an excuse to dress up. So, you know. This is the stomach. Hey, how hard do I want to go with this? Do I want the guts coming out? Let's do it. Let's do a little intestine coming out. I'm sorry if gore upsets you, but this is a little chibo. It's kind of cute gore, you know? It's fine. I don't know why intestine gore is like has never bothered me. Hello, Cass. Spooky Christmas. Oh, that's so cute. I don't know. I feel like a strange person because when I was a kid, I was like super into like learning about like the systems in the body was like stupidly interesting to me. Not just because like the functionality of like all the different systems and stuff, but like that was cool. That was super cool. I was super into Magic School Bus also, especially the ones where they went inside bodies. I was just like, oh fuck yeah, this is so cool. This is so cool. Intestine stuff is somehow more visceral. It's like quite literally visceral, but I don't know. Ever since I learned about intestines, I've wanted to draw them. I've just constantly been drawing them and finding some excuse to be like, I want the intestines hanging out. Let's go. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? They're just so fun to draw. It's like a sausage. Quite literally, like that's what sausage is. Like the casings for sausage is like pig intestine. Not all the time, but you know. Candy gore stuff. I've never tried candy gore. I have had a piece of candy, well, not really a piece, but a big hunk of candy that was in the shape of a severed arm. That's that. But I meant like I've never like drawn candy gore. This is definitely not candy gore. This is more just straight up gore. Which is exciting. What do I want to do? Do I want to draw the trachea? Not really. Like tracheas. Gore, you say? Yeah. Hello, Himble. I love gore. I don't... There was a point in my life where I was really, like... Some stuff will make me squeamish. Some stuff will make me squeamish. But when I was a kid, like, blood, immediately squeamish. Giving blood makes me squeamish, but that's because it makes me lightheaded. That's different. I thought it would make me more squeamish, but... I won't go into detail or anything, but I had to give myself blood for something. Which makes no sense in, like, retrospect, or when you just say it like that. It makes no sense when you just say, I had to give myself blood. It was for a blood transfusion. But I was like, oh god, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. And then I ended up doing it, and it wasn't a big deal. It did make me lightheaded, because I'm too small to give blood. But... And that kind of sucked. But... I ended up, like, feeling better by watching it happen. And it was gross. And whatever. It was gross. It's not a pretty thing to watch, but, like, watching it, like, kind of just was grounding and strange. I think that's, like... I don't know. I think that's an important thing. When it comes to, like, stuff that's, like, kind of squeamish and kind of scary, especially, like, medical stuff. It's, like, incredibly nerve-wracking. I'm really bad about, like, medical anything. Like, even, like, checkups and stuff, like, anywhere. I can't sleep, like, the night before. For some reason, I work myself up so much, and sometimes it's just involuntary. And, like... I don't know, like, once you just get there and you just embrace it, you just grab it, and you just make yourself look, you embrace everything, then everything feels better. I don't know if this is making any sense. But I've never given blood before in my life. I wish I could. I would do it again, but I literally can't. I can't for many reasons. Actually, yeah. Yeah, I can't. I am Catt. Raz, hello. I don't have any blood. Yeah, that's right. We've established I'm dead. Now, I'm too small. I don't meet the weight requirement. And they have incredibly homophobic and somehow they have trans inclusive but homophobic, like, requirements for giving blood. Which is crazy, honestly. They're like, if you identify as a man, despite being born as, being born AFAB, and you have had sex with another man, you cannot give blood. And it goes even further than that. It goes even further than that. It goes further than that. It's like, it doesn't matter. That's not the only thing. It's like, if you have had sex with a man who has had sex with another man, you cannot give blood. Even if you're straight. Like, legitimately. You can't give blood. Makes you think. Like, it's insane. Heretic Soul, hello. I still need to send your stickers. Because, like, I wasn't able to today. I was going to, because I finally got the time to send stickers. And then I didn't, because there was a tornado warning. It has cleared up. It cleared up right before I started streaming. What if you're a cat? Oh, cats definitely don't have enough blood in them. Little known fact, cats have no blood. They are bloodless beings. They are powered by sheer, force of will. That's just harrowing. Yeah, it was kind of scary. My phone kept going, ah! And I was like, okay. They have a lot of blood, Miriam. What? Oh no. Have I been lied to? I thought cats had no blood. Have I seen Witches on Tinder? I still haven't watched it. I saw it in the Discord, but I didn't get a chance. Yeah, I kept going, meh! You know. I didn't even draw the hands in this sketch. What a fool. Oh well. I'll do that later. I'll finish these stickers by Saturday. Hopefully. I will. That's when I'm sending them out. Did I see the cat trying to grab the ice cube? I think I did. I've seen so many cat videos lately. I love cats. I love cat. Yeah. Ugh. What is my favorite thing that cats do? Oh my gosh. That is a difficult question, because, like, I feel like I've had so many cats throughout my life that have just, like, done so many crazy things. Have you ever had a cat, or known a cat, that you scratch a certain, like, part on its back? Thank you for the water, Cass. Hold on. Also, have a good day, Cass. But you scratch a certain part of a cat's back, and then they start, like, going like that. That's my favorite thing that cats do sometimes. True Sona is very much cat. See, I was kind of, like, people were doing true Sonas, like, making Sonas that, like, looked more, like, true to how they look, like, currently, and act, and stuff. And, I made a true Sona, and then I felt uncomfortable, because I was like, no. This is not how I want to be. I want to be cool and have a red streak in my hair and be super confident. So and that kind of like just feels like how I am nowadays. I used to be like a lot more like have a lot less like self-esteem and stuff. Oh, you're slacking off at work? Don't tell my boss. JG's boss! JG is slacking off! Just kidding. I'm not. I didn't say that. Living vicariously through your Sona experience. Yeah. See, like when I first made Sona, that was just, I was like, okay, this is what I want to be. I just want to be a cool anime protagonist, basically. That's what I want to be. That is what I want to be. I want to be a cool, like, punk anime protagonist kind of character. Super androgynous. That's what I want to be. Because at the time, I wasn't super androgynous. And, I wanted to embrace that. And then, like, as the years went on, I made my Sona in, like, 2016. So it's been a while now. It's been, like, 6 years. Now I'm like, oh, I'm there. I am here. I've made it. I made my true Sona, like, a few years back. I made my true Sona, like, a ragdoll cat. But, I don't know. I sometimes go into, like, my meek, kind of, like, shy, quiet mode. Usually, like, just around, like, people that I know more and I'm around more often. I'll be, like, I won't be loud and boisterous like I am on stream and stuff. There is, like, everybody has, like, tweaks to their personality depending on, like, what they're doing and who they're talking to. And, I don't know. I feel like that's why a lot of people will have, like, multiple different Sonas. Because everybody has, like, their different, like, ways they act. I'm kind of, like, going in a bunch of different directions with this talk. Also, there are people who are just straight up plural, so, you know. Once knew a guy that literally changed his Sona, like, every week. Like, made a new Sona entirely? Or, like, just switched between Sonas? Because I've known people, like, every few days, they're like, alright, I'm feeling more like this one today. That's cool. Whether you're plural or you're, like, just expressing yourself different ways. Scully is a mini panther. Void Witch is black cat. Oh, that's so cute. Probably, if I made a true Sona, I'd probably be a fat chihuahua, and that's not how I am. God. See, I think it's important to express yourself through your Sona and be like, this is what I look like in cloud space. This is what I look like in furry land. This is my true self. Like, that's what a true Sona is to me. Is like, what you feel like on the inside, you know? That feels more genuine, honestly. I may not have bright blue and green eyes in person, but I do in my heart. Because I have Mako eyes. That is... I don't think I talked about this ever during stream. I don't think I've talked about this nerd fact about my Sona's design. This has been a design element since I've made this for Sona. The bright blue eyes with the green in the center, it's a reference to Mako eyes in Final Fantasy VII. Adopts. Oh. I have 3 different Sonas. Bark, bark! Bark, bark! Evie, hello! How are you? That sounds right, yeah. It's a thing in Final Fantasy VII. You have Mako eyes. I was making my Persona's eyes, and I was like, I need to make them like bright blue sclera, like a Siamese cat. And so I did. And then I looked, and then I went, you know what? I also want green in the center like Mako eyes. Oh, fuck! I'm good, how are you? I'm good. I'm making a spooky. I kind of want to just ditch the knife. I was gonna put a knife, but maybe I'll just do a claw. That's easier to do anyway. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it sucks. I'll just do it like this. It's gonna be colored black anyway. Yeah, here we go. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Let's put a little more detail. I have like 1 minute before I'm gonna actually work on deer. A while ago, there was like a meme going around where you post like a picture of your fursona, and I have like so much lore like in my brain for my fursona. So I was like, let's go. Ask me anything about my fursona. And all the questions were about like design elements for my fursona. Like, why do you wear a red vest? Why do you have blue claws? Why do you have the red streak in the hair? Why are you a Siamese cat? And I was just like, no, ask me lore. Ask me lore. And like all of my answers were like, because I paint my nails blue. And I felt so boring because all my design elements are things like that, other than Mako eyes. Mako eyes was the only, like, the red streak is also like kind of a bit has a little bit behind it because I really liked Ryuko from Kill la Kill, and I wanted to dye the tips of my hair red. Or I ended up dyeing all of my hair red, and then my hair like grew out, and then the tips were red, and I was like, oh dude, this looks sick. And then I ended up just doing red tips all the time, and then eventually I was like, you know what? I want like Ryuko swoosh. Yeah, lore is fun. I still don't know what the deal is with Spooky. The horror version. I wanna do this real quick. There we go. Oh! Oh! Before moving on. But I imagine Spooky is just sorta evil version. I don't know. I don't know. Does my cat own any cats, and can she talk to them? My cat as in me? Like my fursona? Or my cat as in Moonpie? Because Moonpie hates other cats. My Sona? Yeah, Moonpie. Moonpie. Also, I am not a she. And neither is my Sona. I am a they. It is in the rules. But, yeah. Moonpie is at the top of the cat hierarchy. Yes. I've tried to get Moonpie to play with other cats because she gets bored so easily. She's so smart. She is so smart. And, like, she doesn't like playing with toys. I'll play with her for a tiny, tiny bit, and then she's like, I'm bored. I'll play with laser pointer. She hates. She doesn't hate it, but she likes it for a minute, and then she stops caring. And I'm like, Moonpie, what is wrong with you? Why do you hate? So I was like, I want to introduce you to other cats. And I tried, and she attacked me when I tried to separate her from the other cat because she went to attack the other cat, and so I grabbed her, and then she lost her mind. Oh, she actually does play fetch. I didn't even teach her. She just brought a little raccoon toy to me that wasn't even hers, and then I threw it, and then she brought it back to me. The weird thing is, like, she grew up around another dog. Like, she grew up around a dog. This dog did not know fetch. This dog, you would throw a thing for this dog, and it would chase after it, and then it would play with it, and not bring it back. This dog would not fetch. So she did not learn fetch from the dog. She did not learn fetch from anything. She just started doing it one day. She just brought me a raccoon. I threw the raccoon. She went, she grabbed it, and she brought it back. And I was like, hello? Where did you learn this, and why are you doing it? So she'll do that. Sometimes she'll do it for a long time, but most of the time she does it like 3 times, and then she gets bored. But yeah, I want to do just a bit more goop. A bit more goop in here. Yeah, I tried introducing her very slowly, but even while it was going really, really slow, she was not happy in any step. See, we exchanged like toys that smelled like the other cat, and I got her used to the smell of the toy and everything. Did that, and did the thing where you put them in like a little kennel, and waited for her to get comfortable in the kennel with the cat around, and took her a while. Each step took her a while, and then I got her to the point where she was comfortable walking around in the same area as this cat, and they were in the same room, and they were aware of each other. They got near each other, and I was like, okay, cool. This is going well. The thing that made her freak out, which makes sense, which makes perfect sense, is this cat went into her kennel. This cat that I was trying to introduce her to is incredibly, has no social skills. Like, no cat social skills. Like, you know, cats are usually supposed to be, like, really, like, careful about meeting other cats. They're usually like that, but this cat is, like, immediately, like, runs toward other cats to meet them. Immediately. It starts sniffing their face. Like, that's how you get killed, my boy. My son. What are you doing? What on earth? He's a very dumb cat. Cookie is very dumb. Cookie was his name. Is his name. I don't know how, he's pretty young. I want to say he's like 2 or 3. Moonpie is 6. So he's like past kitten stage. Would you say a 2-year-old cat is a kitten? I don't know. He was pretty big for a kitten. Cat is very grumpy. He's bullying everyone lately. It's funny because he's a small boy tuxedo, half the size of most of the other cats around. Oh my gosh. This goop. Okay, I need to stop working on this and actually work on commissions like I said I would. But I'm having fun doing goop. This pose and the goop, just the way the goop like trails around like that, is based off of Memory of Alessa, the boss in Silent Hill 3 that I got stuck on last time I played. And the game went, you want to switch to easy? And I was like, yes, please. I have no ammo. Please. Have any of my cats gone by they, them? No. They're cat. My fursona. I have met a cat that, like, the owners just called them they, them. And I've known a few people that only call animals they, them because they're like, gender isn't real with animals. And I'm like, well, yeah, you're right. I picked up Moon Pie from the shelter and they called her she, and I was like, okay, that's fine. And I just call her a she. You know. It doesn't matter. I could call Moon Pie he and she would never know. She would never care. Alright. I've done the creature. I've done the creature. At least one creature. Okay. Ah! Me when I smack the boom mic. Commission for SlySylas. I'm just gonna say SlySylas. I knew a guy that named his female cat Dave. Yeah, the sky's the limit. You can even do that with people if you want. Cats will respond to being called buttface. They will if you call them buttface enough that they associate that with themselves. Moon Pie responds to moon and moon. Or moon and moon pie. Moon and moon. Nah. Just found out I'm an animal. Doesn't know what gender is, nor do I care. My neighbor's female cat is called Brian. My brother, for some reason, when we were kids, we got a betta fish, and it was a boy. It was a male betta fish, because those are the ones that, you know, are really colorful and all that. For some reason, he really wanted to name it Sharon. He was like, I'm naming him Sharon. Which is a girl's name. Generally. Yeah, it might be androgynous. I don't know. I actually don't know. Okay, before I do that, before I go into that, I'm gonna color the line art. Also, Himble, this is yours. I think I already sent you a screenshot of how I censored it. I have a folder that is, you can't see it on the screen, but I have a folder for the layers where I hid, like, the rest of the sketch. And, it's just several folders that are invisible. And so I'd have to, like, turn each one on to actually make it visible, because I have totally unhid a thing I wasn't supposed to unhide on a stream before, and that was scary. Boobs everywhere. There were boobs everywhere! There were nipples! For half a second. And I was like, ah! Like that. Okay. So I guess a small warning. There is blood. I mean, I just did a gory chibi with ribs exposed, so I think you guys have been, you know, we've broken that in. We're good. I intended for, like, a black eye here. That's why I squinted a little bit. I'm thinking. I might put a little bit of blood here to imply that like on the antler, can't see my cursor, to imply gouging, goring with the antlers. And also this one has some. This blood isn't great because I need to finish it. I didn't really do a great job with it. I also need to actually color the jewelry. Cat is loud. He responds to the name Shouty Trousers. Oh my gosh. There was a time for a while whenever I would come home after a long day of work. Uh-oh. Wrong thing. Moon Pie would be like hiding under the bed or something, sleeping. But I would come home and I would just start yelling, Moon! she's probably gonna think I'm yelling for her right now. Until she came out. She would. She knows her name. But yeah. Let's see. Let's do this. Aw, no. Aw, no. Alright, hold on. Let me get Moon Pie. Let me also hide myself. Wherever I may be. Hide my tail. Hide a me. Wheep. Return. Hello, Redacted. I'm feeding Moon Pie. Here. Ba-bum. I hope you guys heard her. Ah. Ah. All right, we're back. And there's my tablet pen. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's color some line art, baby. Coloring some line art. Coloring some line art. And now she's gonna want out. Oh well. I'm having an okay day. It's kind of scary because we had a tornado warning. There were apparently 6 tornadoes that touched down. But we're safe. It actually wasn't too bad here. It was just a little windy. It was close by though. 6. Yeah. Within like 40 minutes. It was really sudden. The sirens were going off and everything. Meow. She's mad. That's why I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to stream today. But it calmed down right before I was supposed to stream, so I was like, okay. Here we go. We're good. No, let me actually use the same color. Let me just use that, yeah. Doo-doo-doo-boo. Oh. There's some like weird shit going on here. Let's get rid of that. Hey. You want another treat? Give you one. Six is not even the most tornadoes I've experienced in one area. Can you guess how many has been the most? And it wasn't here. It was in a different state that I lived in. Guess. 13? More. Just a little bit more, though. 14. It's 14. It was so insane that, the winds actually damaged a tiger enclosure. And tigers got loose. And it became like a meme within that city. Because it was around when Sharknado was popular. People started selling Tigernado shirts. Because it was so insane. The sky was green. It was green. It was like a lime green. What is scarier to you guys? Hurricanes or tornadoes? I've experienced both. I've never actually seen a tornado, but I've been around when tornadoes were near. Tornado scarier? Imagine here having none of them. See, I grew up in Florida, which had both. The weird thing is, when I lived in Oklahoma, which is where, like, all those crazy tornadoes happened, everybody was so incredibly nonchalant about tornadoes because the tornado sirens are always going off. And the thing is, like, you can have tornado sirens going off, and you can have, like, bad weather happening, and you can be fine. Everybody's safe. And it's just like a fluke, and it's like, oh, a tornado touched down, but it was in the middle of nowhere. It was in the middle of a goddamn cornfield, so some corn got damaged, but that's about it. No, literally all the time in, like, Oklahoma. Literally, I would be driving somewhere, and I would go through a town, and it was decimated. And everybody was nonchalant about tornadoes, despite that being a thing. And I was like, you guys are insane. You guys are actually insane. And then people were always like, oh, so you're from Florida, so you got hurricanes. That's scary. And I was like, dude, hurricanes are nothing compared to tornadoes. Hurricanes are pretty devastating, like incredibly devastating to like islands and people on the coast and shit. Like, absolutely. It sucks. But tornadoes are scarier. It's hurricanes for us in the UK. We do get tornadoes, but they're always small and just like localized freak accidents. Like one street will have a roof or garden damage. Yeah. Nah, Oklahomans are pretty insane. They're just like, oh, it's tornado season. I'm gonna take out my lawn chair and go out on the front porch. I'm gonna give it a look. And it's like, dude, Uncle Joe, get back inside. What are you doing? Please, for the love of Christ, get back inside. Nah, I'm not afraid of no naders. I got my gun. This is incredibly stereotypical, but listen, that's how it was. That's how it was. Have I ever owned a senior feline? The oldest, cause I had a cat for a bit, and we had to give him to my aunt and uncle, and he actually, unfortunately, like didn't live that long because he got sick. And I also had a purebred Persian. She lived until like 9, but she also got sick because purebreds, especially like Persians, tend to have a lot of health issues. But most of the time, whenever a cat gets, like, old enough, or, like, I've had to move so often, I've had to give people my cat. But, like, the oldest I ever had a cat was, like, 9, and, she lives with somebody else now. She would be, like, super old now. Oh, damn. I don't know if she's still kicking, but... Damn, 18, 19? That's really old for a cat. Okay, Moonpie. I'm gonna let Moonpie out. Let me let Moonpie out. I just have to walk like 2 feet. Hang on. Retired cats. 14. That's a pretty That's a pretty good age. Yes. Trying to find a place to put my cup of water. Right. Let's get back to it. Yeah, like, Case's old cat, Shiso, is like 15. She still acts like a kitten. Moogle! Oh, that's cute. Okay, I'm gonna do like a purple. Like a maroon. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be awesome. Get ready for this. Isn't that cool? No. One time I did rim lighting for a piece. And I was like, alright, I'm about to go do the shading. And then I came back not long after I did the rim lighting. It had been like 30 minutes and they were like, how'd you do that fast? And I was like, dude, I used the fill bucket and then I just erase around the outline. And they're like, oh, holy shit. Throat cancer got her in the end. Oh. You know what's weird about cats to me? Is I don't think I've ever, like, known, like, any... I've never had a cat, personally, that died of old age. And I've also never known a cat that died of old age. I've always... It's always, like, something else. So I'm like, cats must be immortal. Otherwise. They never die. They never die of, like, just old age. Of course, they get more problems the older they get, but, like, it's never just, oh, just died of old age. My favorite thing about senior cats is that some people build ramps for their old cat's favorite high places because they're too old to jump. Oh. Oh. Baby. Yeah, no, like, man, John Green loves to argue on his podcast that old age is not a cause of death. You know what? Like, in general? If y'all get me crying about my cats, I'm gonna cry. Oh. Don't get me crying or I'll cry. Don't do it. He says old age means they didn't bother figuring out the actual cause. You know what? You know what? Just... How... I think we're all immortal. I don't think we can die. I think we can just... We can become immortal. I think... Dude, why? I think we can become immortal. Ever played Lost Odyssey? What is that? It sounds familiar. I can't really place it. Lost Odyssey is a JRPG from some of the old Final Fantasy devs. Okay. Alright. Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of JRPGs that I've played. The only ones I can really think of are, you know, the 2 Final Fantasy games I've actually, like, beaten. And, Dark Cloud 1 and 2. And, Golden Sun. Golden Sun was a fun one. If you've never played Golden Sun, it's really neat. It's, the story is a little meh, but, oh yeah, Lunar, duh. The story is meh. Eh. But the, overworld puzzles are incredibly cool. Because you're like a synergist is what they're called. So you can use, it's like Avatar, you know, there's like the 4 different elements, but they're not called like the 4 elements, they're called, what are they called? They're just called like named after planets. Mercury, Jupiter, and Venus, and Mars, right? It's like that. And those rule over like different shit. So like Mercury is water and ice and healing and stuff, right? All the djinns, yes. And Jupiter is like wind and thunder and lightning, and you can read minds and shit. I'm pretty sure pretty much all of the types of synergists could use like telekinesis and stuff. So you would use like telekinesis to like solve puzzles and stuff, like moving objects and rocks and things. And it was super neat. The banger OST in that series. Yeah! Dude, I loved Kalima Forest. I actually learned how to play Kalima Forest on the piano by ear. I think, Kalima Forest is on my stream playlist. Hold on. Let's have a tangent right now. Is it on this one? Hold on. I'm pretty sure. Nope. Where are you, Kalima? Oh wait, I didn't do it in the right search bar. No. This one. Hell yeah. You guys, I came up with a silly thing. A silly idea. And I want to share it with you all. So you know how... Have you guys ever heard of, like, what Van Halen does when, they set up for a show? Or have, like, people setting up their show? Is they have a list of requirements for, like, backstage and stuff. And, like, one of the last things, yes, Janie knows, they put down is that they want a bowl full of M&Ms with the brown ones taken out. Yes! And a lot of people were like, well, that's so stupid. Why would they do that? The reason they do that is they want to make sure that they read all the rules. Or read everything, and that they're careful about everything. That is why. And that's really smart. And I thought about... So you know how when you first, like, go to chat in someone's chat, the rules pop up? So I've been noticing, recently, despite me tagging everything that I play as no backseating, despite that being in my rules, I will have people show up with this express purpose of backseating me. And it's no big deal. I usually just ignore them. And they go away. Generally. Like, most of the time, that's what happens. And that's fine. But I thought it would be really funny if I put at the very end of my rules that pop up before you chat, As your first time chat, please put in meowdy so I know that you read the rules. And so, then, if a first time chat does not say meowdy, I'll be like, oh! I know you didn't read the rules. Meowdy. See, the thing is, to those of you who don't stream, when you're streaming and somebody has never chatted in your chat before, it'll highlight their message and say first time chatter. So you know that they're new to your chat, right? It's really helpful. What is this? This is not on my stream playlist. Why is this playing? I've never played this game. Okay, we're going back here. Spoony final rule. Give me M&Ms with the brown ones taken out. Yep. First time catter. Yeah. You gotta say meowdy. You gotta say meowdy. Or you're gonna get banned. No. Long time caller, first time listener. Oh my gosh. Oh god. Everything disappeared for a second. Say meowdy or be held in cat contempt. I could be evil about it. I could be evil about it. If a first time chat is not meowdy, I can be like, oh hey so and so. Hey gamer69 or whatever your name is. Did you read the rules? And if they're like yes, I'll be like, you're a liar. And then I ban them. No. No, I wouldn't do that. Like, let's be honest. Who actually, like, when you go to chat in a streamer's chat, who actually reads the rules? Nobody. Right? Nobody. What I honestly... You do? Himble, you're so good. Himble's a real one. See, here's the... It's like the terms and conditions. Nobody ever reads those because they're so long. Terms of service, whatever they're called. You don't talk in most chats. You know, I feel that. I don't either. But when you go to talk in most chats, the rules do pop up. Starting thinking about being evil to backseaters and do worse on purpose if they backseat. Oh my god. It's just so funny to me that there are people out there who's literally, like, they are on a mission to, like, search through a specific game that they know very well, specifically so they can backseat someone. Like, why? Do you really think people like that? Do you maybe some people out there are actually appreciative of people backseating, and maybe that's why they do it. I don't know. I'm not one of those people, though. Especially when I say I've played this game 3 times, and then they still continue to backseat me. I'm just realistically, what I might end up doing instead is just naming all of my game streams. I have played this before, don't tell me how to play it. Or, this is my first time playing, please don't tell me how to play it. Oh, thank you for the save. Does this count as backseating? Yes. How dare you! Just kidding. Honestly, backseating is allowed for my art. You can backseat my art. You can be like, hey, that looks weird. And I'll be like, oh shit. I feel like backseating annoys me, like, so much. Because I have had people, like, growing up, like, while I'm playing Ratchet and Clank or something, like, watch me play and be like, oh, you forgot a bolt over there. Oh, you forgot a bolt over there. Oh, no, you forgot. There's bolts back there. Go get them. And I'm just like, please. Stop. Why is it furry? Why are you a furry? Excuse me, why are you a furry? Why furry? Why? Why did you look up the furry tag? Makes you think. Draw some red over there in that spot. Alright, hold on. There we go. Makes you think. There's also a difference between giving an advice and backseating. Yeah, there's like a huge difference, but like if you are like legitimately stuck and you're like, where do I go? What do I do? Oh no. Oh god. And then like a friend in the chat or a regular in the chat is like, have you tried this? That's different. But if someone shows up and is like, have you got all the Mr. Everywhere dolls yet? Be like, I can tell you where those are. And I'm like over here like, honey, this is Resident Evil 2, not Resident Evil 7. Get your shit straight. That's all. It's even funnier when people are trying to backseat you and they're not even on the right game. They're not even referring to the right fucking game. Why are you here? That's not the right game. Saw some being mixing both backseating and advices and being like not understanding it in a friendly way and making it sound helpful and not imposing. It's all fine, yeah. If they impose on you and they act all like shitheads, that's backseating. Yeah, I had this is another reason like I wanna like re-stream Final Fantasy VII, because there were just a few people that showed up to that stream that kind of made it unenjoyable. Those streams, I should say, because there were several of them. And one person, if you're familiar with Final Fantasy VII, which redacted, I know you are, there's a point when you're in the rocket, and you're trying to get the huge materia, which sounds bizarre to anybody who is not familiar, and you have to input a code, and the way you figure out the code is Sid is incredibly unhelpful, and he's like, I think triangle's in there once, I think X is in there twice, and wait, maybe the last one was X, I can't remember. I remember. I never remember the code. I think I've only gotten it like twice. But you know, circle, square, XX. Yeah, I didn't get it this time because I was streaming and I was under pressure and I was just like, ah, shit, I didn't get it. And then somebody shows up after that was already gone through. After it was done, I couldn't do it anymore, and was like, did you get the huge materia? And I was like, oh, no, I didn't. And then they went circle, square, XX, and I was like, nah, dude, I didn't get it. Like, it's fine. I can't go back. And they were like, that's the code, circle, square, XX. And I was like, dude, it's already done. I'm already past it. And then they just kept repeating it, like, that's the code, do it. And I'm like, dude, what are you not understanding? What are you not understanding? I can't do it. It's over. I can't go back. And one of my mods was like, hey, no backseating. And they were like, what do you mean? They're like, stop telling them how to play the game. And they were like, I am just trying to help the gamer. And I think of that all the time. I am just trying to help the gamer. And I feel like that's like kind of like the whole shtick for these people. Dude, I am off the rocket. We are in the escape pod. We are in the escape pod. I can't go back. It is heading straight toward Meteor. There's no way. Okay. But no, that's like the whole shtick for these folks that show up just to like backseat game you. They actually legitimately think that they're helping. And that is like what? The gamer cannot be helped now. The gamer is in space. On track for the ocean. We are heading back to Earth. Stream cannot be saved. Huge materia into meteor. You know what? I actually don't understand like the whole huge materia arc in Final Fantasy VII. It's stupid. So I'll get into it. I have to talk about Final Fantasy VII at least once per stream. Let me fill my quota. So basically, there's a huge meteor heading toward the planet, right? And Shinra has a plan. They're like, okay, we have huge materia in all of the Mako reactors across the planet, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it all in a rocket, and we're gonna send that rocket straight into Meteor, and it's gonna destroy Meteor. And then Cloud and Co. are like, oh no! We gotta stop them! And I'm like, what do you mean you gotta stop them? And I guess, like, the whole thing is, like, huge materia is, like, really important, and it holds, like, the power of the ancients, and they don't want the huge materia to be destroyed, or some shit. But also, I'm like, dude, there's a giant meteor. There's a giant meteor, and they found a way that they could probably stop it. And you keeping them from putting the huge materia in the rocket probably, like, doomed the planet. What are you doing? Anyway, I love Final Fantasy VII. It has a lot of problems that make no sense. But no, I think a lot of people who want a backseat game, streamers and stuff, kind of just want to flex. I think that's what they want to do. They're like, I want to flex my gamer knowledge. And I think a lot of it may even be like weird, like, not Gamergate, maybe Gamergate kind of deal, where they just want to be like, you're not a real gamer, you don't know all the strats. These are the strats. And even if they're not, they don't even know the shit. They just talk out of their ass. Like Mr. Everywhere doll is like from Resident Evil 7, not 2. What are you talking about? They want to show off their big gamer brain. Wow, you're so smart. I'm so stuck in this game. Imagine just playing games and not figuring things out on your own and just using a walkthrough the entire time. I guess that's why strategy guides exist, because some people do play games like that. I have known people that literally just have somebody else read the entire walkthrough to them as they play a game. Like, first time playing, not like, oh, I want to get 100% now. No, first time playing, and I'm like, why? Why do you do this? My favorite thing is when someone is like, I am playing this game for the first time in my life, and then there are people in the chat like, wow, you really suck at this game. Like, yeah, this is my first time ever playing that. There are some games where guides are the way to go, but mostly just old esoteric games. Oh yeah, absolutely. Silent Hill walkthrough? Yes. My dad had a huge, like, Silent Hill 4 walkthrough, because Silent Hill 4 was incredibly strange. I don't know, I feel like Silent Hill 4 is pretty straightforward, honestly, but there was, like, a haunting guide and shit. I mean, you know, I did play easy last time I played, and I still got the worst ending. And I was trying to not. It's been a long time since I've had to use a guide. You know what? I had to use a guide for Final Fantasy X for a few parts. Particularly Riku's limit break was really confusing, and I never got any good shit. And there was like a fold-out thing that showed me like all the different combinations of things I could do, and it was awesome. So I used that. Old point and clicks. Didn't, like, a lot of older games also expect you to use a guide in the game manual? Yes, like Moon RPG. How fucking radical is this? Ooh. That's pretty intense. I may I don't know. There's a little bit wrong in this. Right here. I had to use a guide for Final Fantasy XII. Forces you to permanently pick classes for each character before you get a feel for them. Dude, that's stupid. Why would they do that? But yeah, there were a ton of games where, like, using the manual was like an expected part of the game. Okay. This is a little intense. I'm gonna do a little bit more like that. How we feel about that? And let's do some orange and glow. I don't like it when games force you to make permanent choices without giving you enough information first. Yeah. It depends on, like, what kind of game it is. Cause, Life is Strange sort of did that. I loved and hated how Life is Strange worked. I'm not normally into, like, Telltale-like games like that. But I kind of went into Life is Strange not knowing anything about it, except there was a character in it with blue hair. And I was like, oh, neat. And if you're unfamiliar with Life is Strange, you have time control powers. And it's like a, like I said, like a Telltale-like game. Where there will be, like, major decisions you have to make. And after you make those decisions, your character will be like, oh man, that was probably really bad. I could go back and change it though. And so you could go back and you can change your decision. And then your character will be like, oh man, that was also a bad idea. Oh shit. And like, I don't know, I kind of like the message in that game that, like, no matter what you do, like, shit's gonna get fucked in some way. This is specifically season 1 of Life is Strange. Yeah. Yeah. I know, like, a lot of people did not like Life is Strange. Dare I say it, a lot of mixed feelings for Life is Strange. I get it. And, really loved Life is Strange too. I wanna check it out. I know nothing about it. I do have the first chapter of it. It's so badass when you suddenly lose that power and you're like, oh shit, I can't screw up. Yeah, especially the point where it happens. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh god. I don't want to talk about it because spoilers, and I'm really glad that I played that game with, like, no spoilers at all. Hello, Eli. I am drawing a dir. But no, a lot of people give Life is Strange a lot of flack because, you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but they're like, bad gay representation. And I'm like, okay, there's a few things. There's a few things. Because it follows the trope of, you know, the bad LGBT trope, but I still think the gayness was good, at least. At least. I think gays should be allowed to be a little messed up. Yeah, no, they were. Chloe is really messed up. Chloe is one of my favorite characters. Like, ever. I really like Chloe. Oh, I love Chloe a lot. That is always, like, in general, that is, like, a problem with gay media, or at least, like, people's, criticisms of gay media, is, like, gay media isn't allowed to be, like, gay characters aren't allowed to be flawed whatsoever. Oh my god, Ashley Birch is so good. I am gay for every character that Ashley Birch plays, but it's probably just because I am gay for Ashley Birch. I just really like her. I love Aloy. Oh man. But yeah, I hate to use this as an example, but like, fucking Dream Daddy. It's an okay game. With okay gay representation, it's fine. I liked it. It was okay. But man, when frickin' people like dug into the files and found out there was originally a secret cult ending. Because there was one of the characters, he was like he was a priest or whatever. He was a pastor. And like his whole deal was that he realized he was gay and had feelings for you. Another man. And he was like, I can't do this. I am super Christian. And this is against my faith. And that is a valid plot point. And they found out there's a secret cult ending where it turns out he was running a cult. And it was a secret, and it was never implemented into the game. People just found assets for it. Right? And then people were like, this game is homophobic now. And I was like, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my god. They are homophobic because they decided against a cult ending for this religious character. Religious gay man. That was so fucking stupid. Specifically gay fandom in AO3 and whatnot, like, adult literature in general tends to have at least a few wildly messed up components. Yeah! Yeah! Let me have flawed characters. Let me have flawed gay characters. Let me have gay villains. Let me have gay good guys that are flawed. Like, maybe I'm weird. I don't like characters that aren't flawed. Like, what the fuck are you doing if you're making a character that's absolutely perfect? No, I want a character that's done some fucked up shit. And then learns from their mistakes. Went to Leighton Gray's panel at GDC. Whoa. Who's... Okay, I know that name. Who is Leighton Gray? Tell me more. I'm really, like I've said before, I'm really bad with names. I won't know who you're talking about. The artist for Dream Daddy. Oh, okay. It is relevant. It is relevant to what we're talking about. I love the art in Dream Daddy. I wasn't like a huge fan of the game in general. Thought it was good queer representation. But for a visual novel, it was fine. As somebody who is working on my second visual novel, I'm not usually super into visual novels myself. That's how you gotta make things. You look at something and you go, I don't usually like this genre. I want to make it in a way where I would like it. And that's what I do. Maybe someday I will make a point-and-click game, because I usually don't like point-and-clicks either. She talked a lot about how the game was received and how despite tons of critical praise, it was really difficult to enjoy the success because of the claims of homophobia. Yeah. Despite, you know, literally, like, most people on that game being, like, queer. Like, that's the thing, is, like, a lot of queer people can't, like, write about their own experiences. Like, there will be, like, autobiographical stories about, like, queer people, that tend to, like, fall into, like, stereotypes about queer people. And, people will be lambasted for it and be like, this is homophobic, and it's like a true story. And it's like, alright, well, fucking queer people can't talk about their actual real life experiences, I guess, because they're bad. A lot of the time they're bad. And it's really stupid. It's a really eye-opening panel about how social media controls conversations like that. Yeah! Read some article from a writer a while back with the problem of wanting to write stories with queer people and minorities. Because if they have any flaws, people write them as problematic or cliche. Yeah! Social media is almost all smoke and mirrors. It tries to boost engagement by showing you stuff you're more likely to spend time replying to. Yeah! Also, hey Skilvy, it's been a while. Welcome. Yeah, social media is all about, like, things that will make people argue are the things that are boosted, and that is not just the algorithm. It's not just the algorithm. Unfortunately, that is also, like, a content creator thing. I can say right now, I will bring up topics that will get people heated on TikTok, and then I will clip them later, and then I will edit them down and be like, alright, this will make people argue in the comments for sure. And it's evil. It's evil. But that's what boosts engagement, man. And it sucks. That is how you get engagement. And it's evil and it sucks. That is where everything is going. That is my confession. I'm a cat of chaos. That's how you do it, though. That's how you game the system. It sucks. Is you gotta make people argue. You gotta make you gotta throw in bait. Be like, yeah? Here, have some bait. See, that is, I made a video forever ago. Maybe some of you are familiar with it. I made a video called How Kingdom Hearts Turned Everyone Gay. That is the most hyperbole statement ever made. But guess what? Guess what most of the comments on that video are? Hey, I played Kingdom Hearts and I'm not gay! So hey, if that'll get me engagement, so be it. If that'll get me, if that'll put me in the algorithm, tell me more about how you're not gay. Even though you played Kingdom Hearts. Drop some takes like social aspects of social media. Oh, damn, I mixed two messages together. Drop some takes like, there's never been a good Pokemon movie. Watch numbers go up. Exactly. You need those clickbaity titles. No, I'm already on the dark side. I'm the Grim Reaper. Use very little social aspects of social media. I just post short replies, click like or not, and that's it. See, that's the way to go. See, what I do is I post content, and then I leave. Sometimes I scroll, but most of the time I don't. I am a pure loaf, eldritch, but pure. That's good. I'm evil. I'm evil. I will post things with the intention. I will post titles of things with the intention of getting people to fight. It's evil, but I'll do it. That's why there was a clip a while back of me imitating Seaman. And literally the caption was something really dumb, like proof that women aren't real. I didn't get much engagement, but it was enough to get people to go, what? Spoony, what? It's all a game. It's all a game to me. It's all a game. Game the system, man. Here's my social media advice. Now you all know my secret. I watch stuff about my interests, post very few comments, and just vibe. Gender isn't real. Therefore, women aren't real. That's what it is. Don't let it consume you. I don't know how I feel about that. I will finish this. I will finish this. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Dog is the default gender, you're right. I feel like I've mentioned this before a few times. But gender would be so much easier if gender was just, like, categorized by animal. What is your gender? Cat? You know, that's easier. That's easier to understand. Gender is, like, an interesting thing. It's just, like, categorization of people. So, that's literally all it is. There's no wrong way to categorize yourself. What is your gender? Hex code 000888. There you go. Done. I don't know what color that is. I think I got it. Hang on. I want to know what color that is. It might be gray. Hex code 000888. Oh, it's blue. That's just straight up blue. How did that happen? I don't know. It is a pretty blue. It's like really blue, like sapphire blue. My gender is 5 copies of Doom. Your gender can run Doom? Damn. 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 Don't care to categorize people? Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. There's always, like, a way that people are perceived. Like, regardless. Like, that's just a thing. Like, we're all gonna, like, perceive and make assumptions about people. Unfortunately. It's just human nature. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, just consider me a lazy lion and I'm good. Yeah. Just cat resonates with me so much more than like girl or boy. So like, there you go. I also just prefer to be like seen as just a person. Because like I said, there are assumptions people make about people, like, based on, like, if they perceive you as a girl or not, or a boy or not, or whatever. Not everybody, obviously, but the general public. A lot of them are sexist. It sucks. What? There was a post with a screenshot of a site where to sign in you had to enter your gender, but you could choose a custom gender, which was a file upload option with a 10 megabyte limit. God. Have you guys heard of... There's like some like TERF site where TERFs could meet other TERFs? I don't know. And they have like a screening where you take a picture of yourself and it screens you to see whether or not you're a trans woman or a man. And there were TERFs trying to get in that were being, like, denied because, like, that's all bullshit. That's all bullshit. There are cis women that get mistaken for trans women. It happens. It happens. You passed the TERF test? Oh my god. It's really fucking dumb. And like when those bathroom laws were being like passed, where it's like, okay, trans women can't use the women's bathroom, they have to go in the men's restroom. There were cis women that were getting in trouble for using the women's restroom. It was insane. I had a friend who, He was a trans guy, and he was pretty, like, early on in his transition. And, he went to, like, the women's restroom, and he got in trouble. Like, excuse me, are you supposed to be here? And it's like, yeah? That's what the law says. It's really stupid. People just want to pee. It's so dumb. Gender is strange. It's a strange thing. I'm glad your transition's going well, Skilby. It's awesome. Face good. Face good. Okay. My gender is Silent Hill static. Which one? Which game? Which... That's important. Is it the first game? Which just kind of sounds like a ringing. See, you gotta do what you gotta say is if somebody asks, are you a boy or a girl? You go, nah, I'm gay. Then leave them so incredibly confused. You're Heather biased. You know what? I understand that. Heather's the best. One of the best characters ever. That one doesn't have... Wait, yeah, it does. It does have static. I was thinking of, like, the siren for some reason. The third game's static is more so, like... It's like the second game, sorta. It was similar. There's people who kind of think that's how genders outside of the binary works. Yeah. For some people, that's how it works. Like I said, gender's so confusing. The siren is your sexuality. Oh, I see. You know what's funny to me about Silent Hill? Not to change the subject from our gender stuff. It is so very well known for the siren. It's only in 2 games. At least in the original series. I don't know about Homecoming or anything. It's only in 2 games. It's only in the first and second game. This dear friend woke up and chose violence. You're right, Kaneko. Kaneko, I don't know if you heard while we were scrubbing tar in the theater. Because I didn't see the chat, but I'm totally making butter chicken in a few days. Because of our argument. And I learned the difference between tikka masala and butter chicken. I learned it. If you want to know. You were asleep by then. You literally, like, showed up, and I was like, oh, Kaneko, and then I said it. So the difference between tikka masala and butter chicken is butter chicken is slightly creamier and sweeter. And tikka masala uses, like, an extra 2 spices. I don't remember what the spices were. But tikka masala is slightly spicier. Slightly. That's not to say that butter chicken has absolutely no spice, because it does. It does have spice. I've had spicy butter chicken. It doesn't have to be spicy, but it can have... can be spiceful. It is spiceful. It's supposed to be. But no, now we know. Now we know. They're both good. They both, like, see, that's the thing, is, like, they both taste pretty much the same to me. Apparently, tikka masala often puts it on a skewer, and then you take the chicken off the skewer. I don't always see that, though. I don't always see that, so. I don't think that has to be the case all the time. No, Kaneko, you're just trying to start shit. Butter chicken in the UK probably has no spice. I could read all the spices in Murgamakani again for you. Tikka masala doesn't have that much spice either. Alright, sure. In the UK. They're like, alright, put some salt and pepper, and then you're done. You got the tikka masala. I don't know why I said masala like that. Have you guys seen the Mexican week for the British Bake Off? Because it's pain. Have you guys seen that? There's like a whole thread of like British people being so obscene. Can we get the guacamole? Oh my god. The fucking video of the woman going, is Mexico actually a real country? It's so, like, are you joking? That Bake Off was awful. I don't know how I'd be able to watch, I don't think I'd be able to watch the whole thing if it's like that. I can't watch British Bake Off, honestly. Like, no offense to Britain. No offense. But holy shit. Like, baking is a whole different story, like, to cooking, but, like, sometimes, especially when they're, like, doing, like, foods, like, based off of other cultures, they are so, like, they are so fucked up. Like, racist, and, like, they, like, either racist or just really disrespectful to that, like, country's, like, cuisine, and it's like, dude, Guacamole sounds like a Star Wars character with their own novel. Oh, that's good. They're very painful. I heard recently there was like a pie episode or something, American pies specifically, and the host was like, now American pies are disgusting. They're disgusting. We're not gonna make it even like actual American pies. We're gonna make it the right way. We're gonna Britishify the American pies. And I'm like, dude, have you ever had American pie? Have you had an apple pie? Have you had a pecan pie? Are you shitting me? American pies are disgusting. What? There's so many different pies to choose from. I don't know. I have a British friend who had cheesecake in the UK that had cheddar cheese. So I don't know if that's the British way to make cheesecake, but y'all, I don't know what's going on in the UK with pie. Apple pie does come from England, but like it is like Americanized apple pie. Apple pie is stupidly popular in America to the point where there's like an Americanized apple pie. I know in Britain and America, pie is made differently. I don't exactly remember how. Like there's like shortening like differences and stuff, and like using butter instead, and etc, etc. There's like a bunch of like little differences like that. But there is apple pie, and there's also New York style cheesecake, which you can argue, cheesecake is a cake. Cheesecake technically is a pie, if you ask me. It is called a cake, it is not. Also, cheese pie sounds awful. Apple crumble. but it was a pie episode. But not, I think, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I think by American standards, British pie is more like cobbler to Americans. Don't put gravy on biscuits, that's weird. Biscuits are cookies in the UK. That's it. This is where the confusion begins. Biscuits and gravy is so fucking good. Like actual, like American biscuits. What's a cobbler? Oh! Oh! Hang on. Okay, we're learning. We're learning today. I will finish this piece. Cobbler. Let me get, like... Okay. Thank you for the follow, whoever did it. Rotini! Rotini! Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so a cobbler is like... Again, I'm not British, so... It's got the crust on top, and it doesn't really have a crust on the bottom, and it has all the filling. That's a cobbler. And I have been told that British pies are basically, you got a crust on top, and then you got the filling underneath. And then you got American pie. Hang on, let me look up American pie versus British pie. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like butter and shortening and stuff. Okay, I think... I don't know. I don't know. I don't quite know the difference between British and American pie. Maybe, I don't... American apple pie. Fucking... You can't look at this pie and go, ew! That's disgusting! Fuck you. No. Also, pecan pie is, like, entirely American. So, pecan pie is delicious. You can't tell me pecan pie is not good. Also, I don't even say pecan when I'm talking about, like, pecans. But you can't say pecan pie, that doesn't flow as well, so I say pecan pie. You like cheese on apple pie? I've never tried that, but I imagine that's good because cheese and apples is really good. So, that's definitely a pie. Never understood what shortening is. You know what? It's kind of I think it's like oil instead of butter. It's like oil made into like a butter-like substance. As far as I know, I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Legit, the only difference between English pie and American pie is that you have different fillings. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think there's more like technical shit between like American and British pie. As far as British Bake Off tells me. Which, I don't know how much I trust them. Nobody knows how to say guacamole or pico de gallo. Nobody knows how to say pico de gallo or guacamole. And also somebody on the show was asking, what do they speak in Mexico? I don't know, you couldn't gather that by the name Pico de Gallo? You guys are near Spain. Plum pie. I've never had plum pie. Oh yeah, meat pies, that's super British. We don't really do meat pies too much in America. So. British Bake Off is a bunch of weird fucking tots pretending they know how to cook, yeah. Oh, okay, tart. A tart. Yeah. Yeah, don't trust British Bake Off. You know, that's fair. Promise we're not all that dumb. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I've never had rhubarb pie. I should try that. That sounds... I feel like that might be pretty American. Though, I don't know. Might not be. A tart is the same thing as a pie without the top on. Oh. All these technicalities, I'm learning. I'm learning all these technicalities. All the food talks. I'm sorry. I like food. I like food. I like to cook. I like to bake. I'm not super great at baking, but I do like baking. How's this look? I hope this looks good. I mean, same. I'm not complaining. We're always over here talking about food. It happens a lot. You know what? I'm gonna do more shading from our creature. Are you okay? Meat pies are savory. Quiche is egg-based. Quiche is. Are you implying that egg is not savory? Quiche is savory. Wait, what were you responding to? Hold on. I'm biased around meat pies. My grandma's meat pie she makes around Christmas time is insane. Like a good insane? Like delicious insane? Curious. Very? Oh, nice. You guys making me want food. I had a salad before stream. Quiche is specifically egg-based filling and open top. Oh. A quiche is like a tart. It's like a savory tart. You know? I'd call it like a savory tart or something. You know? There we go. Okay. How about... Let me get real funky. Real funky and weird with it. Not all savory pies are quiches. Oh yeah. Yeah, a quiche is very, like, specific on what's going on with a quiche. Based. Yeah, using leftover meat for your meat pies is awesome. See, I think I've talked about bog before. My famous bog recipe. Bog is like a southern food. Basically, chicken bog is what it usually is, and it's basically like a gumbo, but with no tomato. You can put tomato in if you want, but I just use a bunch of like leftover vegetables we have that are still good, and some meat. Usually kielbasa, because I like kielbasa a lot. And, fuck yeah. Alright, let's, put the blood. And, but bog is good. Steak and ale pie. Oh, that sounds good. You guys are making me hungry. Dude. I've talked about Vinny's, like, pizza rating videos before. Vinny Vinesauce does, these little videos where he reviews, pictures of pizza that people send him, so people try to send him, like, gross-looking pizzas. And I was so mad at him because somebody made, like, a flatbread with, like, pear and brie and, like, rosemary. Holy shit, that would have been so good. Holy shit, that would have been so good. And he was like, ew! And I was like, Vinny, I'm gonna come in there, I'm gonna deck you. I'm gonna go to New York, I'm gonna deck you. Let's go. Vinny Vinesauce, you're my favorite streamer. Holy shit. Pear and brie is so good. Listen. I love seeing people online discuss pizza and lose their mind at Swedish pizza. I love it more when, like, Swedish people actually come in and go, "That's not real! We don't do that!" Ugh. Man, we found this weird, like, cheese bread thing at the gas station the other day called Juusto. Juusto. From, like, it was Finnish for cheese. Literally, Juusto means cheese in Finnish. And holy shit, that shit was good. It was like bread literally like infused with cheese. And you just bake it and it gets crispy. It was just like, it just tasted like cheesy sticks from like Pizza Hut or something. It was awesome. Juusto. Sent a picture to our Swedish friend. Like, hey, is this real? And they were like, that just means cheese in Finnish. That's pretty common here. Oh, shit. Cheese bread. Oh, I want some cheese bread. I so often crave cheese. I think because I don't eat enough fat. And I need to eat more fat. So I will just wake up in the morning and crave brie. And I'm like, oh, could use some brie right now. Okay, now I want to refine the blood in this. But before I do that, I want to do a nasty bruise around the eye. And what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to do a separate multiply layer. I'm going to use an airbrush. I'm going to do this. Have you guys ever had, like, a really, like, pretty bruise? This is a weird question. I'm sorry to change the subject from food. It's just making me so hungry. Hope you like surströmming. I hope I said that right? Is that the fermented fish? Maple bread. Stop. It is? Oh, sweet. I actually really want to try that. I'm sure it smells awful, but I really want to try it. I'll try anything except, oh god, I always forget the name of the cheese. The maggot cheese. That's all you need to know. If you don't want to see maggots, don't look up the maggot cheese, obviously, but there's a cheese. There's a cheese with maggots in it. It's kind of the same concept of, like, those coffee beans that are eaten by those animals and pooped out, and then they brew the pooped out coffee beans. It's that, but with, bugs. Awful. No. I am the weirdo that wants to eat bugs. I want to eat bugs so bad. Like, I want to try, like, culinary bugs. I want to do that. Because, like, so many bugs I look at and I'm like, that looks juicy. But, like, I don't know. No maggots. I'm okay with seeing maggots, but eating them? Nah. You eat Worcester sauce? That's rotten fish too, yeah. Worcestershire? Worcestershire. I love Worcestershire. It's gorgeous. Yeah. No, maggots are gross. Too nasty. That's like the one thing I won't eat. I might not eat pufferfish. Not because I'm afraid of dying, but I used to have a pet pufferfish. And it makes me sad to think about eating a pet pufferfish. Oh, I wouldn't eat shark fin because of... There's like a lot of food that is like really super unethically like, you know, made. And unfortunately, there's like a lot of food that people regularly eat that's unethically prepared and made and whatever. But particularly shark fins are just incredibly cruel because, like, they'll just kill a bunch of sharks and just, like, they don't even kill, like, They just take the fin. They kill so many sharks because they just take the fin and then they can't swim anymore. No. It doesn't taste of much. That's another thing. It's super underwhelming. Like, I don't care. Right. Let's clean up this blood. By clean up, I mean make it look shiny and gross. And also, I can yeah, let's put some shading underneath it. That'll make it look real good. Where is the... There it is. No, that looks bad. No, we gotta multiply it. Yeah, just get good seafood. Don't get the fucked up shark meat. No. Awful. Bad. Not a fan. Stupid. Oh, cool. I can show you guys how I do wounds. Because I learned this in face paint, believe it or not. I'm gonna show you how to do a wound. Okay. Let me erase this and then I can just go for it. Okay. So let me use this red. So basically what you do. You start off with your red, right? And then you can shade it up. And where you shade it is where the skin would overlap it, right? So you use like an airbrush. Like that. Around the edges. Okay? And then from there, you can outline it with like a thinner brush. What you want to do first, let's do this first. Let's get a white or at least like a highlighting color, and maybe like a soft like paintbrush, and just very, very gently go around the edges with this highlight, like right up there, right? Already got a pretty solid wound. Right? Okay. And then you get a really, like, a smaller brush, and right up on the wound, that's when you start outlining it. You can make it a little jagged to look like an actual wound, right? Oh, I forgot one of the most important parts, but it's okay, we can do that after. But if I was doing, like, painting on a face or an arm or something, want to do this first. But the thing that I should have done first is get, like, a red and then get, like, a little airbrush. So you know how, like, when you get cut or you get some sort of, like, wound of any kind, all the skin around it is, like, red and inflamed? That's what that is. That's what that is. Maybe not so... Make sure it's, you know, only on the skin and not going out into the world like that. But yeah. Here, let's darken this a little bit. I'm gonna just use multiply. I should have darkened this from the get-go, but... Just the wound. Wound. Because it wouldn't be that red, let's be real. So now we got a big old cut going on. Pretty sick. And now let's get rid of this highlight that I did before. And now the fun part begins. now the fun begins. Because now... Where's the blood layer? There we go. Because now we can do a layer on top. Look, for the sake of brain function. Oh my gosh. Are we arguing in the chat as I'm drawing wounds? Stop arguing. Lobster? Okay, so now the fun begins. Where you start, like, pooling, little droplets of blood, you know? At the edge of the wound. Like that. Like so. And then you have it gooping out. Uh-oh. And then you can do a little bit of splatter. You know. Now this is like really bright blood, so definitely want to do a little bit of shading going on. You can use a paintbrush or an airbrush, whatever feels most comfortable. Get a little bit of shading going on. And here's the thing. Blood isn't completely opaque, so... Oh, I'm zooming in. Alright. So here's another thing. This is just like a goop thing. Like, this could be like ectoplasm, etc. You gotta run. See ya, Evie. Good night, Redacted. Thanks for stopping by, as per usual. As always. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, on the same layer, I'm just gonna do an outline. Like a black outline, or you can do like a dark red outline. You don't have to do it like entirely. You don't have to outline absolutely everything. Just get a little definition going on in there. Just a little bit of definition going on in there. Right? Got some blood going on. Got some blood going on. Now, here's the fun and exciting part where I brought up blood is not opaque. It's a little bit translucent, especially when it's stretching apart like this. So you're gonna get an eraser tool, but like an airbrush eraser. So like where this blood is like kind of dripping apart, just erase just a little bit. You can even like turn the opacity down if you need to. Just erase like a little bit in certain places to make it a little bit opaque. Now it's not gonna really matter like over the wound and stuff because it's already, you know, it's already red behind there. So now the last and the final step. Get some highlights on your blood drips, and not just your blood drips. You gotta get some highlights in the wound itself, because that wound is wet. It is moist. So you get shiny blood. We are so zoomed in, we're seeing pixels, so I'm sorry about that, but it's important. It's important for the process. So since this is like bigger, oh, that's a little too much, but moist. Moist. Welcome. I hope the closed captions are working. 'Cause I know I put those up a bit ago. But yeah. Okay. This highlighting in this wound is a little bit strange, but You know? Those are the basics of making a wound. And you can get a little weird with it. You can get a little crazy. Blood. There we go. Okay, that looks nice. I like that. I like the darker. Yes. Okay. The other thing about blood is you want to think about, like, if you want blood on, like, the clothes, you're not gonna see, like, perfect, like, I have a blood splatter brush. Hang on. Here you go. Let me get this back. There we go. Weird and crazy. Thank you. Thank you for the save. It is saved now. Thing about blood on clothing, cloth, material, and stuff like that is, it's not gonna be a perfect blood stain like that, right? It's gonna be just an airbrush. Because it's cloth. It's not going to be completely, like, liquid. It's gonna seep into it and it's gonna spread out like this. You know, when you get your clothes wet, it's not, like, perfectly defined outline of water. Ever. Unless it literally just got on the clothes. Yeah, it soaks into the clothing, yeah. Sorry, I know, like, too much about blood. I know too much about, like, rendering blood into stuff. Because I had a webcomic. Some of you in chat, Kaneko might remember, may remember this webcomic. It was incredibly gory. And, so I have a lot of experience in, putting blood all over my characters. And also, I used to do face paint around Halloween as well. And during Halloween, people liked to get, like, cuts and lacerations painted on their face for some reason. So I did a lot of that. I actually was really good at, like, doing, like, wounds on my arm. And I would take a picture and send it to my mom and be like, Mom, look! And, like, my mom worked at a pediatrician's office and had a nurse, like, looking over her shoulder and freak out because of how realistic it looked, and I was really happy. Oh my gosh. Horrible movie artist, furry, beautiful, best master art. I agree. I agree, King Cinder. That's why my lab coat and leggings don't stay wet for long yet. So I'm just getting a little bit more detail. One time I used face paint to give myself a black eye and forgot about it until my mom saw me and freaked out. I'm sorry, I read mum. I am not Canadian or British. I say mom. Mom. One of the most common jokes I got by drunk people coming up to my face paint booth was, how much for a black eye? And I got in the habit of rolling up my sleeve and making a fist and going, free! You know? Or Australian or Kiwi or South African. You know, fair. Is this what... King Cinder, are you... Are the captions interpreting what I'm saying completely wrong? Is that what you're telling me? Well, if they are, then you're probably going to say a string of words like that at me again. And I will just at you in the chat. That would suck if the captions were just complete nonsense. I don't know how many people use the captions. But I would like them to work. I would like my streams to be accessible. I generally just write mom because it's easier to do with one hand. Interesting. Mom. I was so confused as a child when I started consuming some British media. And, British children would say mummy. I was like, a mummy is a bandaged, mummified creature from Egypt. What do you mean, mummy? That's not how you say mommy. What are you doing? I feel like American kids, and sometimes American adults, have a phase of being obsessed with like the difference between like British English and American English. Yeah, blood and violence. I'm a horror game streamer. I can draw some blood. Yeah. Let me live my life. Let me live my life. Let me draw blood. Okay. Also, hey sketch. Momther. Me mother isn't pronounced mother, it's pronounced mother. You know what, Skilvy? I never thought about that. You make an excellent point. Oh shit, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to inform you all. It's not ketchup. Rox, hello. Welcome in. I'm drawing blood and violence. Gosh, I'm still hungry over talking about pie and quiche and shit. Aw, man. My fave. Aw, good. Good! I know I, like, showed you guys how to draw wounds, and then I was like, yeah, and that's how you draw wounds, and then I didn't draw any more wounds. I didn't draw any more wounds. How about that? Silly me. Yeah. I think I can, kind of give, like, the inflection that there are wounds. Because, like, this is already a pretty dark piece. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, you know what? I can use my magic handy-dandy tool. I have... What is it? It's a paintbrush. I have... I call it the Silent Hill brush because of course I do. It's called Watercolor Splash. Basically what it does is this. It adds some grunge. Isn't that nice? That's so useful and effective. I'm just gonna grunge some stuff up. Oh yeah, we were... Oh, key lime pie. I wonder where key lime pie is from. Because we were talking about British versus American pies. I'm trying to figure out, like, what all the differences were. Because, like, apple pie was made in Britain, but American pie is, like... Oh, apple pie is super American. It's from the South? Oh! Duh! I'm from Florida. I should have known that. God. I should have known that. I should have known that. Dude, how... Okay, the subject of pie came up because we were talking about British Bake Off. Apparently they had a pie episode, and the host was like, American pies are disgusting, and we're gonna make American pies the right way. And they ended up making a bunch of disgusting pies, like pumpkin and chocolate and peanut butter pie. Like, what the fuck? It might be good, but chocolate and pumpkin sounds awful to me. Yeah, the host does sound like a dumbass. Key lime pie and pecan pie are from America, and those are so good. Key lime pie? Key lime pie originates from England? Chocolate pumpkin pie does not sound good to me, but I also am not a huge fan of pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is also American. Don't they hire a different celebrity to host every year? I don't know. It's the dude that is usually on the show. Isn't it? I don't know. I don't watch the show. I just see clips from it and get mad. Oh yeah, pie is from England, but I'm pretty sure pumpkin pie is from America. Is pumpkin pie from America? Northeastern Native American tribes grew squash and pumpkins. The Native Americans brought pumpkins as gifts to the first settlers and taught them the many uses for pumpkin. This led to serving pumpkin pie at the first Thanksgiving in America about 50 years later. Pumpkins. American. Neo, hello. I'm fine. I'm finishing up this thing and talking about American pies. It's not a native English thing. Yeah. It is not. But yeah, key lime pie is from Florida. America. Oh yeah, potatoes are super American. It's super interesting that like a lot of European countries are super all about potatoes. But potatoes are fucking awesome, so. Dude, yeah, key lime pie is so good. So good. Guys, stop making me so hungry. I am gonna do an overlay, which is the last thing I do for pieces. And then after stream, I'm gonna send this over to SlySylas and see what they think. Let's do super orange. I love orange and purple. Check this out. Oh my god! Those guys rule. Potatoes are awesome. Potatoes, like I threw a bunch of potatoes in a bag full of dirt outside to like compost them, and they just flourished. They just grew into giant plants. We clipped Pumpkin American. Thank you so much for the clip. To those of you who don't know, I'd pick a clip of the week at the end of on Monday, and then I clip it down, or I edit it down into a fun little video. Super exciting. So you could clip something and have it be the clip of the week, maybe. Just don't eat the sprouts. Yeah, no, I just let the pumpkins grow, and then they grow tinier pumpkins. Not pumpkins, potatoes. You know what I mean. We're talking about potatoes and pumpkins, so. Wish I liked more vegetables, but genetics said sensory texture issues. You know what? I actually learned something about sensory issues recently, like with food. I know a lot of it, like a lot of people with autism have issues with like textures in foods, which is understandable. I had a roommate who was autistic and had trouble with things like eggs and tofu and stuff. And I figured out ways to prepare eggs that he like actually enjoyed them. And I was like, there are ways you can enjoy these textures. It's a thing. So I learned something. I don't know, I heard something, let's say that. So I don't know how true this is. Because it was a Tumblr post and we don't want to like exactly like trust Tumblr. Also, how does this look? What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this? Is this good? Is this good? Anything else I should add? It rules. Awesome. I'm gonna save it. And then I'm gonna start doing line art for Himble, and I'm gonna change this, and I will tell you about the thing I heard about on Tumblr that I'm not sure how true it is, but it does make sense to me. So I'll have to do some research. Heckin' digging it. Whoa. Alright. Save that again. And here we are! Burning. Okay. We got our guy. Make sure I do not... Hang on. Let me put up bread. I'm gonna put up bread because I'm scared. Where's bread? Where is the bread? Okay. There's some bread. I'm scared. I'm gonna delete this layer because it is a Clip Studio Paint 3D model of a penis for reference. And I don't want to accidentally unhide it. So there we go. There we go, we're good. Alright, bread. Be gone, bread. Okay. Yeah, somebody made a 3D model of a penis. You could just put it in, and you could pose it. Okay, I'll stop talking about that and talk about the actual thing I was gonna talk about. So... I noticed, personally, like, people were talking about, like, food textures and stuff bothering them and stuff, even if they didn't have, like, autism. And, somebody pointed out that this is, like, dominantly an American thing. And I was like, you know what? I've actually noticed that. I have actually noticed, like, most of the people who talk about, like, texture being a problem, not American, like, and a British thing. Like a white culture thing, maybe. I don't know. An American thing and maybe also a British thing. We gotta talk later about this peen. I will send you a link. So... I guess it is, like, a super common thing. Like, again, I've heard about this. I don't know if it's 100% true. So do your research, and I will also do mine and maybe follow up on this if anybody's interested. It is a super, like, common thing with, like, babies and, like, even after they grow their teeth and shit, to, like, just, you know, puree food and give it to a baby long and, like, after they are able to eat just, like, straight up, like, fruit and shit. It is way more common in other cultures to just, like, after a baby, like, is able to, like, actually, like, chew their food and shit, to just, you know, give them a fruit to, like, take apart and eat themselves with, like, texture and shit, instead of, like, pureeing their food and just feeding them. So, like, it is just a thing that a lot of people develop as a baby because they're not eating food with textures. I was just given solid food when I was tiny. Do you have texture issues? Because, like, it could be anything. But, yeah. I think everybody has issues with, like, some textures. Like, I don't really super like grapes or grape tomatoes, but I'll eat them. I'll tolerate them. But, like I said, I just heard this. That's not gonna be the reason for everybody. But that kind of made sense to me. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, a lot of people just continue to feed their babies, like, pureed baby food. It would make sense if they, like, grew up with chicken nugget palate because they can't tolerate any, like, textures. I have a kid with autism who has such a huge problem with food. It's a whole eating disorder, avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. Interesting. I only get texture issues for fabrics. I knew somebody who I wouldn't even consider like neurodivergent at all, who could not touch velvet. And I found that really interesting. I feel like everybody has something, whether you're neurodivergent or not. The brain is strange. I hate the texture of beans. There are so many different beans, though, Tazara. There are so many different beans. They don't all have the same texture. Have you tried chickpeas? You should try chickpeas. What do you mean paper? I go back and forth with peanuts, and it's not a texture thing. It's just I don't know. My body rejects them after I eat them too much. Chickpeas taste foul. Aw, I love chickpeas. You gotta flavor them right. But if you like hummus, chickpea. You liked them for a bit and then didn't. You gotta prepare them right. Hummus? Hell yeah, exactly. Hummus bad. Oh, you're having the wrong hummus. Hummus is foul. Oh no, we got some bad food takes in here today. My best friend like hates all like Mediterranean food, and I'm like, no, what's wrong with you? Go eat some falafel. Humongous. Among Us? Have you guys seen the videos of the Among Us plushie in like Walmart? And somebody just grabs it and goes, Among Us! And then throws it up in an open vent in the ceiling. It kills me every time. Ah, hummus is another goop I can't eat good. That sucks. Hummus is so good. What about baba ganoush? Gotta have some baba ganoush. Middle Eastern? Oh, my bad. Hummus is like... I don't know, is Greek food... Hold on, I'm getting confused. But the way you spell baba ganoush makes me so happy. Hang on, let me look it up. It's like eggplant. Baba ganoush. Similar to hummus, but it calls for grilled or roasted eggplant instead of chickpeas. Both originated in... Wait. Both... What do you mean? Originated in the Eastern Mediterranean. Both baba ganoush and hummus originated in the Eastern Mediterranean. I wasn't even looking that up, and I found that out. I think hummus is... Okay, is... Hang on. Now I want to know. Hummus? Middle Eastern? Or... Yeah, it is used in Middle Eastern cuisine a whole lot. But it is from East Mediterranean. Which... Hummus originates in Egypt. Aubergine. Have you seen a baby eggplant? Hang on. Have you seen what a white eggplant? Hold on. Give me a moment. Have you seen? Have you seen? No, not all of them look like this at any point, but there are. That is not an eggplant. What is this? It is a type of eggplant, and that's why it's called an eggplant. They shouldn't be named after their underripe state. Well, cranberries shouldn't be named craneberries because they look like cranes. That's what you sound like, Kaneko. I just want to clarify with everybody in the chat. It is like a meme at this point that me and Kaneko are just always fighting about food. It is like a meme. We are totally like joking, and this has been like what we do. Because Kaneko clearly has been subbed to me forever. So we go way back, but I'm wrong. No, it is called that is why. Hang on. Why is it called eggplant? Those plants flowered and grew small white and oval fruits that looked just like chicken eggs. British gardeners named these eggplants for their attractive appearance on plants they entered in competitions. Oh, I see. British, Sorry, we're fighting. British people named them eggplants. How about that? And then they went, no, we're gonna call it, whatever it's called, aubergine. No, I'm saying that, like, it's not the Americans say eggplants because the British said eggplants first. I have no idea how to say that fucking word. How do you say this? Why do the British call eggplants? Who did that? Thank you. Reed! Reed, thank you so much for talking about eggplants. Pronunciation. How do you say this? No. No, don't listen to my mic.
Aubergine.
Aubergine?
Aubergine.
Aubergine. I'm gonna say it like that every time. I'm sorry, Himble, if you're here, and I'm just over here talking about eggplants as I draw your man. Oh, someday I will draw. Doritos, hello. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. It looks like it's called an eggplant because it looks like an egg. It's okay, he's an eggplant enthusiast. I'm just mad about eggs. I'll just stop there. I'll stop there. Aubergine. Okay, sorry. That's the French word, right? Hang on. Why do the British call it aubergine? It is French. The word eggplant, which Americans use, was popular in different parts of Europe because they were more used to seeing small, round, white versions that looked a bit like goose eggs. Yep. Yep. We're learning, we're learning. Who likes the French, says the French Canadian. It's fine. God, I fucking, oh yeah, we got some Silent Hill going on in here. I have my autumn playlist that I'm slowly growing. But, is this on shuffle? It is. Okay, good. French is one of your first languages? Awesome. I know a little bit of French. Not too much. So my friend Thibby, who I recently learned is actually, his name is supposed to be pronounced Tibby, because it is a shortened version of Thibodeau, and which is a French name. And I am mad. And I made a joke. I was like, next thing you're gonna tell me is Thomas is pronounced Thomas. And he was actually like, Spoonie, that's how you... Spoonie. And I was like, relax. I was joking. I know it's Thomas and not Thomas. I know. I am aware. That clip that I edited is so incredibly funny to me because I legitimately thought Minmo forgot how to say his name. I thought Minmo was just saying his name, like, incorrectly, like, without knowing. And that's why I was like, Minmo, it's Tibby. And then when Minmo was like, no, it's Tibby, I did not expect that. Oh my gosh. Because I've had that happen. I've had that happen before a lot. Like I know people with like names that sound like other names, and I also have a name that sounds like another name, and people will call me a different name that's slightly different, and I'll be like, no. Okay, I'll just go ahead and say it. My name is Haley. And people will ask my name and then be like, Kaylee? And I'm like, no, Haley. Holly? No! No! So I've had that experience where somebody who only met me like a few times will call me something that's close to my name, and then I'm like, no. And then they're like, oh shit, sorry. People keep calling you Reese? No. Bailey's? No, it is not spelled like that. It is Haley. But yeah, that is actually my name. Because as far as I know, my parents did not know what gender I was gonna be born as, so they picked an androgynous name. And so, it works out. Holy shit, Scully! Same name! Same name! Same name! Oh my god, you get it spelled like mine? The most common misspelling of my name I get is the one with the I. That's fucking awesome! Holy shit, same name. That's so fucking cool. I was wondering, I was like, why are you asking me? Do you know somebody? Oh shit! We have the same name! Oh, damn! That's so cool. I actually got, like, thrown off because I was watching one of Vinny's streams and somebody in it was named Haley and it was spelled the exact same way, and hearing Vinny say my actual name, I was like, oh god! What? Funny thing, Kaneko, I had a manager at one of my jobs that called me Hailstorm. It was funny. My nickname in my family is, nobody ever call me this, because it's like, only my best friend and my family can call me this. So if anybody ever calls me this, I will ban them. But my family name is Halo, and when Halo became a game, and became popular, I was so thrown off, and I still get thrown off if like cases somewhere like talking about Halo like in the other room or something to someone. I'm like, what? Oh, that's not they're not talking about me. I have a me assigned name. Oh my gosh. I got called H by my family. Oh, that's cute. But no, I have an aunt that has to give everybody like 5 nicknames. And I kind of have that same kind of mentality, at least with pets. I feel like you've told us Halo before a long time ago, but I think I said the same thing a long time ago where I was like, don't call me this, because I also get weird about like people calling me by my name on the internet if they don't know me very well. Cause one time I made like a personal post like when I was younger, and somebody was like, Spoonie ... No, I mean Haley. I was like, don't ever fucking do that again. Like, parasocial, isn't it? Yes, very. Don't. Truth be told, a lot of most of my in real life friends call me Spoonie, so it is so fucking weird, isn't it? Especially when I'm not like super like open about, like, I do mention, like, I don't care, like, I will mention my name every so often. It's not like a dead name or anything, it's just my real name that I go by. But like, nah, it's just especially weird when like followers call me that. It's like, no. Like, friends can call me my real name. I do not care. Yeah, no. Most of my real life friends call me Spoonie. I get anxious when people on the internet call me my real life name. Yeah. Like, my online friends can call me my real name. I don't care. But most people don't, because Spoonie fits me, so. I've had a few friends call me Lou, and that's cool. But there's like, for me personally, like, my name that I grew up with, I have like too much attachment to it. And I like my name. It's androgynous, so. I thought about, like, what if I should change my name, but I don't really have, like, girl associated with my name. Even though I feel like it's more commonly a girl name, it's still, like, also a boy's name, so. It's never bothered me. Oh, Hammy dear, thanks. Also, welcome. Nobody can call me anything. If you perceive me, I will ban you. PayPal calls me out on my government-assigned name all of the time, and no one should talk about it. You know what? I forgot that PayPal has my name on it. My full-ass name. Not my full name, but it has my name. So, like, if I ever send anybody an invoice, they see my name, and I don't care. Also, I see everybody's government-assigned names, and I always, like, I'm like, I do not see. I do not see it. It's gone. I told the government what to call me, and they just started calling me that. Oh boy, I wish it were that easy. For the sake of all the people I know who want to change their name. Okay, how do I want to do this? Let me just do it like this. Yeah. God, my stomach is making noises. That's how hungry I am. You guys made me so hungry. Changing your name isn't super hard in Australia? Aw, damn. It's... I know it's hardest, from what I hear from a lot of trans folk, is, it's hardest to do on PayPal. Like, changing your name on PayPal is such a task. And I'm like, that seems silly. Oh, you're in Germany, my bad. I don't know, who said they were in Australia? Was it Albin? I don't know. I'm getting people confused. I'm sorry. Somehow easier to change your name in the UK government system than PayPal. Oh my god. Insane. Yeah, more power to all the people who are able to change their name on PayPal. Like, goddamn. I wasn't able to use PayPal for years because it was like, you gotta confirm your address. We're going to send you something to your address, and then you gotta send something back. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And the address I had on there was like my old address I had when I lived with my mom. Oh, you are Australian, but you live in Germany. I understand now. I figured it might be something like that. Stomach, stop making noise, I swear. I swear. You change your name for free? Oh my god, hold on. I gotta learn. How much money is it to change your name in America? Name changes cost anywhere from under $100 to more than $500. Okay, how much is it in Wisconsin? There's a courthouse right, like, close by. $164. Damn. 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 The more you know. Imagine paying to change your name. God damn. Wish I was in Germany. I mean, I don't need to change my name. I've already established that, but god damn. That's so stupid. I learned a while back that there's like really strict rules on like naming in Sweden. And I was like, whoa. Because of, like, you can't name yourself after, like, royalty or something? I don't know. It was weird. I'd have to, like, look into that. 30 quid in the UK as of when my housemate did it, but then you gotta buy a new license or passport, and that's a bitch. Yeah, that's the thing about, like, licenses and ID and shit, is that's always a pain. You're Swedish? Oh yeah, that's right. Hold on. Naming laws, Sweden. Okay. Alright, let me read this. The naming law in Sweden is a Swedish law which requires the approval of the government agency for names to be given to Swedish children. The parents must submit the proposed name of a child within 3 months of birth. The current law was enacted in 2017, replacing a 1982 law. The Swedish tax agency administers the registration of names in Sweden. The law has been revised since originally enacted. In 1983, it was made possible for a man to adopt his wife's or partner's name, as well as for a woman to adopt her husband's name. First names shall not be approved if they can cause offense or can be supposed to cause discomfort for the one using it, or names which, for some obvious reason, are not suitable as a first name. Gosh, was it Sweden? It might not have been Sweden. I can't remember. It was one of the countries that has son at the end of like all of the surnames. You know what I'm talking about. Which doesn't necessarily have to be Sweden. It could also be... Oh no, Sweden was the one that had this name. Hold on. Albin. Which is funny because your name is Albin. It might have been Iceland. It might have been Iceland. It was a Scandinavian country. It's you. It's you, Albin. This is how you are supposed to spell your name, right? Ostensibly pronounced Albin. You get sent the screenshots so often. It's a name intended for a Swedish child who was born in 1991. Parents Elizabeth Hallen and Lassie Didding, I probably said that completely wrong, gave their child this name to protest a fine imposed in accordance with the naming law in Sweden. Because the parents had failed to register a name by the boy's 5th birthday, a district court in Halmstad, southern Sweden, fined them 5,000 kronor, roughly $740 at the time, and equivalent to $1,279 in 2021. Responding to the fine, the parents submitted the 43-character name in May 1996, claiming that it was a pregnant, expressionistic development that we see as an artistic creation. The parents suggested that the name be understood in the spirit of pataphysics. The court rejected the name and upheld the fine. The parents then tried to change the spelling of the name to also pronounced Albin. Once again, the court refused to approve the name due to a prohibition of one-letter names. Okay, now we have learned. I'm glad you all know now. That's their Wi-Fi password. Default Wi-Fi password. It's funny. Remember Elon Musk's child name? I forget. Oh, by the way, I was gonna do a giveaway at the end of stream. A sticker giveaway. If anybody wants to stick around for that. You don't remember? You don't remember Elon Musk's child name? Hang on. Elon Musk name child. X-A12. That's it. Why would you name your child that? Why would you name your child that, Elon Musk? Yeah, it was an Ash 8, the AE symbol. Elon is bad. Didn't he, like, pay for, like, Lisa Simpson to, like, call him, like, a genius or something on Simpsons? Like, he appeared on The Simpsons, and Lisa was like, he is so smart! He is so smart, everybody! Elon Musk has done so much for the science community! He's paid to show up in a lot of animated shows. Imagine having that much money. I tried to explain, and Mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, I'm making fun of you. I tried to explain to my mom, why Jeff Bezos, and sorry Jeff Bezos if you're watching this, I'm making fun of you, why Jeff Bezos should not have that much money, and how it's bad. And my mom was kind of like offended. Like, well, I want that much money someday. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. This man has like over $100 billion. That is not okay. And she was like, yeah, but he earned that money. And I'm like, even if you earn that money, even if you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps or whatever. What the fuck ever. Nobody, no human should have that much money. And she's like, well, why? And I'm like, okay, listen. 0.0005% of everything in my bank right now is 15 cents. And she was like, okay. And I was like, 0.005% of what Jeff Bezos has is over $6 million. And she was like, oh, that's a lot of money. And I was like, yes, that is a lot of money. And I'm like talking about taxes. And I'm like, okay, so we should be taxing the rich because all this money would help so, like, many people. And so, like, if I... Okay, then we were talking about, like, tithing, right? Because my mom is, like, religious. And I was taught, like, how to, like, tithe and stuff growing up. And so I'm like, you know, like, when you're tithing... because my mom was actually, she was raised like Mormon, and when you are Mormon, you are required to tithe to the Mormon church, right? That is like, it's like a certain percentage of your income. And she actually knew somebody who used to be Mormon and became rich and then stopped tithing to the church because he he was losing, like, a substantial amount of money, but it's still, like, a percentage of his income, right? And, so I'm like, yeah, so, like, if I'm tithing, like, 5% of my income, it would be not that much money. If Jeff Bezos was tithing 5% of his income, 5% of $129 billion. That is... Hold on, let me count these zeros. That's $6 billion! And she was like, oh, that's a lot of money! That's a lot of money to lose! And I'm like, yes, but it's 5% of it! It's 5%! What don't you understand? It is nothing. A microscopic amount of this man's money would change so many people's lives. And that is the point I am trying to make. He would still have an insane amount of money. Too much money to the point where you couldn't even spend it reasonably on stuff. That's why super yachts and gold-covered foods exist. Exactly. What I was trying to say is 15 cents to us is $6 million to him, and like, it's so hard to explain this to people who just aren't like like aware of these things, and like they're just like, oh, that's a lot of money to lose, and it's like, that is a lot of money, but it is only a microscopic portion. Is it okay to talk about the Ukraine stuff? Is what's happening in Ukraine? Yeah. That's news. That's news. If it's like depressing and stuff, like it might be, but it might be scary. God. A lot of super rich could lose like half their money or more even, and they would have to make absolutely zero changes to the way they live. Exactly. Exactly. I sent her the rice video that somebody made, where each grain of rice represented like $100, and like there's just a pile of rice. And I was like, see, this is what I was trying to tell you, Mom. And then she was like, okay, I'm starting to understand. And I'm like, okay, good. I would like... I'm pretty comfortable, honestly, with the income I'm making now. But it would be nice to just have money to, like, oh, the theater needs repairs. Here you go. Here's $1 million. Dude, Jeff Bezos could give 0.0005% of his income to the theater, and then the theater would be restored. I heard Elon agrees with Russia now cutting off Starlink internet in the dumbass and Donbass, my bad, Donbass and Crimea regions from Ukraine. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. I don't know. I don't know these languages. Don't say ah. You didn't check this spelling beforehand. You know what? I was skimming it as I was reading it, and I read dumbass, and I was like, uh-oh. Wait. Sorry to anybody in Donbass. Yeah, Elon's a piece of shit. I'll say it. Piece of shit! And then my stream gets shut down. I'm gonna have this strand of hair coming out like that, because that's hot. We should still tax them more, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it's unfair that me, a self-employed artist, like, I make enough to get by. And to make donations and stuff. I have to pay money. I have to pay taxes. Usually like $500 to $1,000 at the end of the year, despite making like business expenses throughout the year to grow my business. And then you got Jeff Bezos over here who manages to not pay taxes for somehow. If you had $1 for every year the universe has existed, you would have less than a tenth of Bezos' value. The universe is 13.7 billion years old. Bezos is worth $139 billion. I understand now. He's the very definition of white, middle, upper class, rich people opinion of both people are right, yeah. The funny thing about, like, the, all these billionaires, they started off, they had humble beginnings. Like, that whole bullshit, like, they start, like, oh, Papa John's, and, what's-his-face, Bill Gates, and, Jeff Bezos all started off in their home's garage. They started their business in a garage. Humble beginnings. Now listen. For one moment. Do you know how expensive homes with garages are? Think about that. Makes you think. Makes you think, don't it? At least in America. I think... I don't know. I've lived in a few homes with garages, but they're expensive. I've mostly lived in apartments. Yeah, and they also all started off rich. Like, their parents gave them, like, a small loan of $2 million. Humble beginnings, my ass. Nobody has that much money. In their day, maybe garages were super cheap. But, again, it's still bullshit. Also, like, everybody could afford homes and shit back then. Most millennials cannot. Most millennials are like, guess I'm living in an apartment the rest of my life. In America, at least. Because I know, like, everybody I'm talking to right now in my chat is not American. And Tazara, you're American. You're still stuck at home. You know, I feel like there's too much of a stigma, especially in American culture, over, like, people living with their families up and into adulthood. Like, in America, it's like, oh, you are 18 now. Get out of my house. And it's, like, so fucking stupid. Because, like, so many other cultures are so, like, focused on, like, family, like, living together. And that's how it should be. Unless you can't stand your family and you wanna get out of there, but now I want my own space. I understand that. Dude, like, even like, a few times I've had to live with, like, other people's families. That was probably worse than living with my family. Like, I didn't mind living with my family. I just wanted to get out on my own as soon as I could. As soon as it was possible, I was like, I want to see the world! Go for a snack. I'm also hungry. I have like 10 more minutes before I wanted to wrap up and do a little giveaway if anybody's interested in some sticker. Even if you're not in America, I could figure out a way to send them to you, just not through Etsy. Miss having a room of my own, yeah. But yeah, I lived with somebody who wouldn't even let me light candles in my room. She was like, no, it'll make a black spot on the ceiling. And I was like, but I like to light candles. Let me do this. I mean, I also, like, during my Pokemon playthrough, I remember talking about this really specifically. That this woman also, like, got me a wardrobe and said I can put a certain thing in it. Certain article of clothing. And I was like, okay, but I think this would work better. And then she got mad at me. And was like, no, you're putting this in there. And then I put what I wanted into the wardrobe instead. And, like, while I was at work, she apparently went in my room and checked and went... and then, like, stomped off. It won't make a black spot on the ceiling, though. You're right. You're absolutely right. One time, I left a retractable box cutter in my pocket from work. It was a tiny little dinky thing. And I left it in my pocket. And it was retracted. It was inside it. And, she got mad at me because the inside of the washer got, cut up by the box cutter, and I was like, huh? And I actually, like, looked inside the washer, and it was fine. Some people just wanna, start shit. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about boomers. Like, some boomers are just, like, just wanna make up shit to start shit with you. It's gotta have real tall flames to make a black spot on the ceiling. Yeah, exactly. It would have to be like, I am holding a flame up to the ceiling. Not a candle. Not a tiny scented candle. What are you? What are you? Dumb? Yes. They won't cut anything except boxes. Yeah, they're not gonna cut up the inside of a metal washer. God damn. So stupid. Okay, I want to do the fishnets. rich people. I've told the story of the seam in the kitchen like a long time ago. A long time ago. Does anybody remember the story of the seam in the kitchen that would catch flour? I don't think anybody would remember this story. This is an insane story. I used to come home with box cutters. Okay, yes, that kind of seam. So, okay. I really this lady was crazy enough that she's probably still stalking my content to judge me. So I really hope she's watching this one. I really hope she's watching this one. So this family was incredibly rich, and which is probably why they acted like this. Holy shit. So they recently got this home, and they were making very questionable financial decisions on renovations throughout the home that they just bought. One of which being they had 2 trees in the backyard, which were lovely, lovely trees that they cut down to let the sun into the backyard. Now, mind you, we lived in Florida. It was fucking hot. Why would you want the sun let into... Anyway, so they made a bunch of stupid, like, thousands and thousands of dollars, like, renovations to their home, cutting down trees, to make it hotter in the house. Like, I don't fucking know. It was so stupid. And there was a seam in the counter, because the counter was like slabs of marble, right? And in the corner of the counter, there's going to be a seam because that's where they meet. And it was a very, very, very slight seam because they were flush together. And there was no way, like, you could fix the seam. It was impossible. And it was so unnoticeable that I had to brush my hand just very slightly over the counter to even know it was there. You couldn't see it. And she was showing me this. She was like, look at this seam. This is unacceptable. I can't handle this seam. We need to get this seam out of here because it's going to get flour and sugar and stuff caught in it. All this bacteria is going to build up and it's going to be gross. And I was like, okay, whatever, you're insane. And so she paid a handyman from Lowe's to come over and fix the seam in her counter. And this dude shows up and is like, okay, what the fuck do I do? Because what do you do? What do you do? So he tries to sand this thing down. And you can't because it's the most unnoticeable seam. And so this dude, like, tries to sand this thing down. And then he's like, alright, I've done all I could do. And, leaves. And she's like, oh, it's even worse than it was before. I don't know why she sounds like Mickey Mouse, but, you know. That works as a voice for her. And, so she's pissed and she pays the dude to come back to fix it. And now his manager's with him. And so they're both collectively trying to fix the, quote unquote, fix the seam. And, they're going, because all you can really do is sand it. All you can do is sand it. And so they're doing that, and then they're like, alright, we've done all we could do. And then they leave, and they're like, it's still there. It's still there. The seam is still there. And it's like, dude, that is just the nature of putting 2 slabs of marble together. You can't cut out a counter in that shape perfectly. That's what you would have to do to get rid of the seam. For all I know, that's probably what they ended up doing. So they come back a 3rd time to try to fix it. And then the dad, the husband, he starts getting all, like, Karen on them. And is like, it is unacceptable that we have had to call you 3 times and you still haven't fixed our problem. It is unprofessional. What is wrong with you? And they were just kind of like, okay. And they left. And then they blacklisted them. They got blacklisted by Lowe's. It was awesome. That's what happens when you have really stupid demands of construction workers. That is an impossible demand. That would not have fixed anything. The only thing that would have fixed that, is if they actually cut out an L-shaped counter. That is the only thing that would have fixed that. Insane. Insanity. I can't be expected to clean my own shit. Unacceptable. See, like, her argument was that things would get trapped in the seam, and then she wouldn't be able to clean it. It was so fucking dumb. It was... another funny story is, alongside the trees getting cut down, they had bushes out front that were really lovely, like, nice little bushes. And then they ended up cutting the bushes on the bottom so you could see through the branches of the bushes for some fucking reason. I have no idea. And so only the tops of the bushes had leaves, and then the bottom it had like branches, and it looked really fucking ugly. And the people across from them actually came over and were like, "Hey, what happened to your bushes? What's wrong with your bushes? Are you okay? Why are your bushes like that?" And they were just kind of offended. Yeah, like, I can understand, like, renovations and stuff on your home, but, like, they made, like, the stupidest decisions that made no sense. Giving you bedroom eyes. But here in a moment. I'm probably just gonna do one giveaway, sticker giveaway. So if anybody is interested in winning some stickers from the roulette wheel, I'm gonna be doing that here in a minute. In a couple seconds. Actually. Maybe not a couple seconds, but I can start talking that up. But the thing about this is Nightbot will only pick people in the chat who have been active in the past 15 minutes. So if you have not been talking in the past 15 minutes and you would like to win a sticker, you can put anything in the chat. You can put an emote, you can put, you can just go, ah! Skilby, you are active in the chat. But can you post them if none of us are in the US? I sure can. I just can't do it through Etsy, because Etsy gives me like custom stuff, and I'm just like, no. See, I just mail them. I just mail them in a regular envelope because they're stickers. They're stickers. That's what I do. Hello, Glad. Welcome. We were just talking about I'm doing a sticker giveaway here in a second. I'm probably just gonna try and I don't have much left to do on Himble Face. High quality stickers. Bricklebork, have you ever won stickers? You need to win some stickers. You gotta win them stickers. Yeah. I just gave away 2 sets of the Silent Hill stickers. I still need to mail Heretic Souls, but yeah. I've just been vibing in your stream, honestly. It's oddly relaxing. I'm so glad, even though I get angry about random shit. I'm so glad my streams are relaxing. I hope they're especially relaxing when I play horror games. I want horror games to be relaxing to people. You don't have nearly enough stickers or things to put stickers on. You don't even have to put them on anything. You can just put them on a... You can just tack them up on a bulletin board like I do. Oh man, I should probably wrap this up. I'm starting to feel the hunger. The hunger! Hey Himble, if you're in chat, how is this looking? Oh god, that mouth is not looking good. Okay, that's fine. That looks fine. I'm putting fluff in the ears. I don't remember if he has fluff in the ear. There we go. Oh. Some of the stickers on the wheel are no longer available on Etsy, or were never available on Etsy. So some of these are exclusive to the wheel, which is exciting. Ear fluff good. Awesome. I'm glad you guys like this. I'm glad this looks good. He looks too... Looks like he has boobies. I don't like that. Man ain't got no boobie. Got peck. That's better. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. We're part of the line art done. Boobies on boys are cute too, though. Any interest in Scorn or Callisto Protocol? I actually haven't heard of those. I may have to check those out. But I'm gonna start wrapping things up. But before wrapping things up officially, we can do the little roulette wheel. Do I have the wheel? Yeah, I do have the wheel stuff up. Yeah. Alright, let's turn the music off. Let's turn the music off a little bit. And let's find that wheel. Okay. Like I said, if you would like to win a sticker, or a sticker set, because it's like 3 to 5 stickers, you gotta be talking in the chat in the past 15 minutes. So, if you don't want to win a sticker, stop talking. Stop! What is up, gamers? Catboy Bebop. Hello! We are just about to give away some stickers, so let's see what we shall win.
It's bonus time!
It's bonus time! Alright. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what it will be. If anybody knows what this music is from, you win my respect. Oh! What do you know? Actually, where are these? Where are they? Uh-oh. Oh, there they are. Woohoo! I got scared. I was like, oh no! I found them. Oh, why is that one there? Oop. Ignore that one. Ah! We got the lovely, lovely reptiles. It's not ABBA. It's not ABBA. It's not ABBA. Okay, so if you would like these reptiles, I'm gonna turn the music back on. There we go. Oh, this is Lost in Vivo. Oh, fuck yeah. Lost in Vivo had killer soundtrack. Drum roll, please. Bum 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 ba dum bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum ba dum bum bum. Who's the winner, Nightbot? Skilvy! Skilvy. Skilvy, would you like these reptiles? Would you like these reptiles? Because if you're like, nah, I don't want Gex and Croc and Spyro. You would like these reptiles? Awesome. Awesome. If you... I don't know if you have Twitter or Discord or anything, or any means, or if you're in the Discord, you can type !Discord and you can join that. I can message you and we can figure out address and stuff. Yeah, Nightbot is lying always about that. I don't know why. It's like, you aren't following! It thinks everybody doesn't follow me. Nobody follows me according to Nightbot. But don't worry about that. But yeah, if you have Twitter or anything, you can message me on Twitter or anything. We can figure it out. Oh yeah, you can join it in here. If you would like to join, and you can just message me and we can figure out how to send things your way, and I can make you some stickers and probably send those tomorrow along with Heretic Souls, because I've been so busy. But tomorrow I should be free. But congratulations! Thank you for being in the stream and being such a great company this entire stream. Let's try and get rid of this get out of here. Get out of here. Let's talk about some things. We have some cool things to talk about, like Cotton's fan art of a character that I don't draw enough. I've drawn him maybe 1 or 2 times as a furry. I've drawn him so many times as a not furry. But this is my character. I'm just gonna call him Chex. This is my character Chex, who I renamed Soul, and it's too confusing to me because I know too many people named Soul. We're calling him Chex. I made him into a furry, and Cotton has been following my stuff for fucking years, and so much so that they named their dog after Chex, and that is awesome to me and makes me emotional. So I love this art, and I love my little lion Chex, and I need to draw him more, and I need to give him his sunglasses or his goggles or whatever I gave him. He wore sunglasses, that's right. Yeah, and Cotton's persona is super cute. And the funny thing is, ever since I drew Cotton's ref sheet, I was like, man, I should draw them with the Chex, the furry Chex. And then you did it, so it worked out. I never have time to do these things. Ow. But did you guys know I have a Patreon? I have a merch tier. So if you want more stickers than you know what to do with, you can join the merch tier and get all the benefits of all the tiers underneath, as well as get a sticker set sent to your doorstep every month, and they are like exclusive to patrons, and it's awesome. Not exclusive, but you get them 6 months before everybody has access to them. That is what I'm saying. So you're gonna have a shit ton of stickers if you're on the merch tier for a year, like Evie and Sky have been. And I'm like, why? You guys have so many stickers by now. Good lord. So if you would like to join the Patreon, you can join that by typing ! Patreon in the chat. Or if you have a sub in the chat, you can join the Discord and you get access to sub and patron exclusive chat in the Discord. And you get to see cool stuff like Ezra's closet in the Doodle Lounge. It's all stuff like Mixed Feelings 2 stuff right now. So patron exclusive and sub exclusive. Why is the chat broken? Why is the chat broken? Are you guys good? Hang on. Let me make sure. Chat, why are you broken? I just noticed it was like, oh, connecting to chat. Connecting to chat. Well, if you guys can still hear me and see me, that's good. That's good. Speaking of the sticker shop, these stickers are going to be leaving on Saturday. Saturday is the last day that they are going to be in the Etsy shop. So if you would like to grab those stickers yourself, you can grab them by typing ! stickers in the chat. And you can grab the Summer Fun sticker set of the Mixed Feelings characters, because it's no longer summer. So they're going to be getting the heck out of there. Last thing I'm going to talk about, because it's going to segue into the... Oh, Scully, thank you for the cheer. Appreciate that so much. It's going to be relevant to where we are going for the raid. Check this out. This is the theater right now. There's like a little liquidation sale thing going on because there's like a bunch of electronics that are no longer needed, or were never needed probably, I don't know. It's a bunch of awesome electrical stuff, electronics is what I'm saying, being sold to support the restoration of the Kenosha Theater. Case is probably streaming right now, working on the floor, probably. Let me see. They're doing... I'm probably going to eat something, and then I'm going to raid them. Or, no, I'm going to raid them, then I'm going to eat something. And then I am going to send you all to... God, I can't think, you guys. I'm going to raid them, I'm gonna eat something, and then I'm going to join them in polishing some stone. So if you guys want some really exciting stone polishing stream, it's awesome, it's relaxing. So if you want to check that out, I'm going to be rating them in just a second. So without further ado, I must bid you all adieu and send you Case's way. And then we can all polish stones together, and it's gonna be a great time. We had a good time the last time because we had good conversation and all that. But I'm definitely sending you guys over that way. And you can ask things about the Kenosha Theater, you can just chat, shoot the shit, all that stuff. We're gonna have a good time. But I definitely need to eat before I go down there. Definitely need to eat. I will see you all on Saturday, because on Saturday I'm going to be playing Limbo, which is a great indie game. Some would argue it's not a horror game, but I disagree. I think it's very good. Thanks for art. You're welcome. Thanks for stopping by, Skilvy. It's been a long time. I'm glad you can make it. Fuck yeah. Go check out Case's shit, and I will be there very shortly. Real life Spoonie. Oh boy. You won't see me. You'll see my hand scrubbing stone. Limbo. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. It's such a good game. I want everybody to know about it. It's such a good game. Alright. Have a good night.